like yesterday, I recorded until the final whistle, and I just started and I sat there. I was like, oh, I haven't potted in like a month.
It's been a long time. It's been a long time. So, before I asked the question of the night, I realized in our time away that this like social media, watching wrestling, like this is a young man's game. Like number one, the match guide, throw it out the window. that Jordan is.
My man said he's had enough.
Yeah. Hold on real quick. Is somebody knocking mad loud? I'll be right back.
They out here knocking. Who knocking? That's crazy. Don't they know it's showtime out here doing this nonsense? Who at the door?
Like Eddie Murphy.
Yeah,
it was an older lady.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I didn't mean to scare her like that.
I take that back.
My bad.
I take that back. I didn't mean to sound so aggressive towards the older lady. She probably just wondered what's going on.
That's all, bro. That's all. Yeah. But yeah, like I realized, like going through, like we'll talk about the build, right? The build of Mania, but like I realized a lot of the complaints happening. If you just click on their profile, they like 18, 19, 20. They don't know any better. They not in the trenches like how we were, right? So they getting blessed with all this.
Dog, they don't know nothing. This is like, do you know how happy we would have been with all of this as babies? As babies? You know how long ago 18 years? What 18 was?
Oh man.
Rob,
what's up, man? What's up,
guy?
So the question that I have for y'all, man. What is a match or build that you were genuinely upset with in Mania season?
Upset?
Yeah. Upset. Ayo.
Ayo.
What's up, Ayo?
So yeah, it has to be in Mania season, like a build or a match, like leading up to a match. What like where you're like, yo, I hate this shit so much.
I'm trying to think of one. Oh, okay. All right. Go ahead. No, go ahead, Lo. You put your hand up first. Go ahead.
So I recently went back and you know what I mean I did this in retrospect. Like I don't know why I was hating on this because when we got to 22, I was like, okay, all right. Edge Foley leading into 22. I'm like, what the fuck? I realized he came back. He was a special guest referee. He fucked Edge's chances up at getting the title back, and it just tumbled into this whole thing. I think they recently did like a mini look into that match. I haven't looked at that piece of media that they've been doing a lot on the WWE Vault lately. You know what I mean? There's been a lot of wrestling, a lot of retro shit. You know what I mean? It's a lot going on right now. But however, going into that's what 06, going into WrestleMania 22 in Chicago. Mm-hmm. And 22 I think was a dope event. It's one of the last Manias we got in a stadium where like basketball is usually played, and I believe that's Allstate Arena, the same place where Money in the Bank happened, Chicago. I think they hold about 30,000-40,000. Maybe I gotta look it up. I don't know the particulars, but going into that Mania, man, there was a lot going on. You know what I mean? Shout out to Rey Mysterio. We had a different relationship with him at that time. Shout out King Booker. Really dope ass show. You know what I mean? Even the scene a bit, right? But going into that match, it just seemed so ill placed on the card. And I just didn't know why we were getting it. And I hated the Edge and Lita shit. You know what I mean? Just for, you know what I mean? At that time in my life, I just hated that shit. I hated them. You know what I mean?
we was team that all day, man.
Yeah, I'm even going back to the one I'm even going back to the one cut scene of them in the locker room. And Lita kind of flirting with Mick Foley, why Edge standing there. And then at some point, Edge is like, oh, come on, cut that shit. And then he just started digging in the Mick, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, I just thought that shit was so random, so weird, but it ended up being probably one of the most brutal, hardcore matches we ever got in WWE history, especially on the Mania. And I think it ages really well. I think
it really does.
Yeah.
Looking back on it in retrospect. But yeah, as a young boy, 12, 13 years old, I was not feeling the Edge Mick Foley stuff. But the night of, I just was like, We setting tables on fire, and you know what I mean. Even Lita getting So you know, it was a lot. But I think that's you know out in my head. Like that's the one I'm grabbing onto right now.
Oh, they were restoring the feeling that night with that shit.
Yeah.
So I have one that just came to mind just thinking about it. WrestleMania 37, Shane McMahon and Braun Strowman. When I tell you, I ain't give a fuck. Not a single fuck. When Shane McMahon would come on my TV, I turned it off. When Braun Strowman came on my TV, I turned it off. I did not care. I didn't want no parts of it, bro. It just didn't matter to me. Not in the slightest. And then we got to the match, and I still didn't care. Hey, look,
ladies and gentlemen, the new host of Ladies Hoops Collective, Chaz.
Hey. Oh yes, we got to.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
I mean that boy, that's a bad man right there.
That is a bad man.
But we haven't even done the intros yet. We good.
We haven't. You ain't been shit.
Thank y'all so much.
Yes, sir.
Already.
It's
true.
Cool,
while Chaz is eating, my joint would be Mania 33, and it was Brock and Goldberg. Because at this time, I was hardcore New Japan, Ring of Honor. Like, so to see the month prior Goldberg beating Kevin Owens and that being the match going in, I was pissed. I didn't give a fuck about Goldberg. I didn't care about Brock. I didn't care about Paul Heyman. I hated everything. I hated Vince McMahon. I hated that set. I was watching that joint with hate purely in my heart. And god damn it, that was one of the best matches. One of the best matches, man. But I hated the build. Like I was not. Yeah, like the way folks be complaining today, I was complaining back then.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so that was you back then.
That was me back then. Yeah.
Oh,
hey,
it was appropriate at that time, baby. And at your age.
Look at the cycle.
Yeah. Woo. I told you that's what I'm saying.
How old were you?
33 was. I was in my mid-20s. I was mid-20s.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I'm talking to anybody who will listen, like, yo, this should be Okada. Tanahashi, like, those my goats.
Real right.
Why Tanahashi can't get a spot? That's what you was talking about.
I was, man. Now I just want Tanahashi to walk normally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeez. But Chaz, I don't know if you heard the question, man, but the question is there a build, like a build up to a match at WrestleMania you genuinely hated?
I don't think I have one right now. Obviously, kind of just getting back into the fold. I would have to let me think. Do I have one I hate? There's probably some trash ones. I just can't think of one I hate.
Hey man, it's all good, baby. There's lots of them.
Yeah.
Let's circle back around for this one. I know. Okay. And listen, I'll probably answer the question tomorrow. Oh yeah. By the way,
sure, it's all good.
You can say it's probably a Braun Strowman match. They think something.
Tag team match. What won the bill for that?
Probably for real. You could say it's a Roman Reigns match, probably.
Oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
You know how many times that man?
There's a couple.
Yeah.
All of them ain't hit.
The big dog era.
Oh man.
Oh,
sorry. Sorry.
This is my yard.
Yeah.
This is my yard now.
Shoot,
now, okay, you know what? Now that I think of it, I wasn't too huge on the build-up for Roman and Taker. That's when I probably thought I guess could have been better, but at the same time, I also was in a pocket where I didn't need Taker anymore, if that makes sense.
Nobody did.
Okay, yeah. So I was like, this doesn't move the needle for me anymore.
At that point in time, Undertaker was Woody and we were Andy. And you already know what time it was.
Taker used to
anymore.
Post streak Taker used to walk to the ring so confused.
Right. Oh man.
Hey man, yo, you know the best thing that happened to Taker after post streak? That cinematic match.
Yeah.
The pandemic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ain't that some shit?
COVID saved that nigga, bro.
That shit crazy.
Think of it like this. Had the pandemic not happened, we would have got Dead Man Taker against AJ.
That's a valid point.
No, that's not good.
I love that bone. I love that boneyard match.
That's a valid point.
I'll keep the boneyard.
Nah, bro. Boneyard match. That was dope.
But you know what? What never sucks, when you know what build always goes well? The motherfucking intro. Let's hit it.
Real trap shit.
This is the peak of professional wrestling. I love it.
Once again, you're tuned in to the BG Dub. What up? Hit the subscribe button and pour a cup. We back up soon as Scotty beams. Collar and Noble conversation served with a side of collard greens. Nolo's the biggest heel in the photo. D-Mac and Chaz shooting hard from the logo. And off the top rope, starting that guard from a locker room in Philly, they got low. Black guy, BG Dub, throw it up, yo. Wolfpack, throw it up, yo. Sunday night's main event, and we live with it. And this is where we hit the logo.
Got some crappy shoes on. It's never ironed. The shirt is too small. The shitty scarf and the terrible ass haircut. And you think that you're better than War? Give me a break.
And welcome to the 197th volume of the Black Guy Wrestling Podcast.
Yo, we back. We back on the block.
We back.
This should be.
Forgive me for my sins.
Oh, yo, look, man. We got a lot of baptizing we got to do tonight.
Oh, we got. Is there a lot of capitulating?
Absolutely.
Is there a lot of
Absolutely. One time in that nasty yo, my God, what's going on? Yes, welcome to the highest level of intellectual professional wrestling conversation, Black Guy Wrestling Podcast. We have been gone for many moons. Don't know why we were gone for many moons. There was a lot happening in the past couple weeks. Mental resets. My laptop broke. Nigga. Oh yeah. My nephew stepped on it.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Okay, Andy, I feel you.
Yeah.
Right.
My man gave a clean coup de grace to that joint.
You know what he said? He said, "Ha, he won't be leaving me on Sundays no more."
But you know, we're back. We're back. Coming in first, it is your guy, Scotland Underwood.
Coming in second, it's your boy, and still Solo Nolo Green.
Coming in third, in the fifth chair, BG Dub, Low Pierce, Lonnie Shivani, Loey Styles. Oh my God, we are back.
Hey.
Coming in fourth, the newest CEO of his own show, Ladies Who Collective, inspired by Nolo Green, pushed by Scotland, is supported by Mac and Low, CD motherfucking B, Chaz Darnell Belly. Fuck with me.
There we go.
Hey.
Come on, nigga, the brand is healthy. Man, I need to get that trademark too. Man,
Brand is healthy.
that is a t-shirt. I will let anybody know if you are listening and you hear the brand is healthy anywhere, we do sue. So yeah.
We have lawyers on retainer. Don't try us.
Hey,
very
litigious. Very litigious. Only second to the Marvin Gaye estate.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. You know, I found out that his estate is the sole reason why they've never done a biopic on Marvin Gaye, or you won't see Marvin Gaye in any type of movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
don't worry. The Prince estate
about
doing the same shit.
Yeah.
Essel Edelman did an amazing, I think like 10-part Prince documentary that was going to be on Netflix.
Oh,
and it was going to be amazing. And then their estate watched it and said, "Nah, player, nah."
Yeah.
You ain't about to tell the truth.
Like IRS.
You ain't about to tell the truth about our boy.
And that's the problem, right?
Oh my god! Yeah, can you imagine all the skeletons of Marvin Gaye and Prince coming out?
Oh my gosh!
Yo,
I want it.
You might look at his. You might look at his dad a little differently.
I was just having a conversation about this very thing about Marvin earlier. That's crazy. A lot of Martin, a lot of Marvin skeletons, and yeah, man, it's crazy. There's a lot going on in that journey he had.
You know, the crazy thing is, it's like the reason they don't like their estates don't want to do it is because they think it will hurt their legacy. When to me, I think it would big up their legacy even more because more people will know who they are. And then, like, actually go behind it. Like, don't get me wrong, bad shit's gonna come out too. But I feel like that. Hey, they're dead, bro. They're dead, bro.
I have a dream. And I'm saying it right here, but I'm not saying it. You know what I mean? We about to figure it out. I have a dream to do or to be a part of a particular wrestler's biopic, if that could be a thing. And I don't even know if, you know what I mean? I think I might have mentioned it to Scott one time.
Yeah.
But like, I would love to be a part of something like that, man. Yeah, I mean, I would, you know, check. But
we can talk. Yeah,
I just wonder which wrestlers' families is like that, especially among like the black wrestlers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
that story would be crazy too.
I would love to do that.
Yeah. But you know what, fellas, we're here to come together to talk about, you know, the biggest weekend in pro wrestling. It is WrestleMania season.
Mm-hmm.
And because we've been gone for a month, we're not talking about AEW. We'll focus on that 198. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about them. This is Mania season, baby. This is what we here for. I did think of something, right? Do you know when the this pro wrestling boom got started? And I'm talking about when AEW first formed, right? Mm-hmm. That was what, January 2019? January 19 is when AEW first announced that they were launching. Do you know who debuted a month prior to that?
Who?
BGW.
Oh,
well, nigga, we are responsible for the pro wrestling boom you are seeing today, right?
You motherfucking right.
Let's go. Yeah.
Hey, I'm here for it.
The reason why WWE is on Netflix, BGW.
Hey, bro.
Come on, bro.
Hey, man. If we didn't have breakups, none of this shit would happen, man.
But look, we are gonna go through the entire card. I see Chaz got the real championship belt. Nolo with his
shit. No. We all know who the champion is.
That was pretty good. You almost had it.
Almost.
You try to slip it in there. I was like, oh yeah. Oh, don't worry. At first, the championship was like at another location, but then during the intro, I was like, let me grab this shit just in case.
Hey, look, man, you got a steep defense this weekend, my friend.
Yeah.
Hey, bro.
Yeah. But you know,
two-time defending. Just remember that.
Two-time.
Yeah, 2 times.
So, you know what I mean, before we run down the actual card, you know what I mean, I think it's very important that we address some things leading into Mania. And the key thing or the key complaint for a lot of people has been this build to WrestleMania. You know what I mean? Like, we've seen everything from like the length from the Rumble to Mania has been too long. Me and Lo were talking before before we went live about like the European tour maybe having something to do with like a dip in the quality. And then, you know what I mean, just overall people's, I think, comparison to last year. You know what I mean? WrestleMania 40, in my opinion, easily the greatest WrestleMania of all time, one of the best builds to a WrestleMania. You know what I mean? We can attribute that to, you know, Cody finishing the story, the final boss, just a lot of key things. You know what I mean? Like, that was a big moment. But there was a tweet that Lo had brought up, and, you know what I mean, I definitely want to get Lo's full context on this. But and the reason why I don't have any like pictures, or I don't have the tweet, I literally was planning on putting stuff together, and then I grabbed the wrong charger, so my laptop wasn't charging. So I had to run home, get the charger, come back, and then I was like, oh, I need to eat something. I ate, and then before I knew it, I was like, yo, I'm about to hop in the booth. So no pictures tonight, right?
Yeah.
But Lo, I could be paraphrasing.
Imagination,
good, brother.
Imagination, man.
Yeah. That media took time, man. It's all good.
But Lo, you brought up a tweet about this Mania not being for the people.
Yes.
And this Mania being for WWE TKO, which in hindsight, you know what I mean, the breaking it down, like, we probably should have seen the signs in January when they made the Netflix launch about what this Mania was going to be. So I'm going to pass the mic over to Lorenzo. What did you mean by this is not the people's WrestleMania?
So again, right, and you said it best, right? And I think that 40 is up there. You know what I mean? It's, you know, it's definitely going to be some regional bias, right? But 40 is up there, man. 40 is top 2, right?
And I was there.
Yeah, man. We was in the building. We was in the building. So the thing is here, right? I really think that for me, WrestleMania 39 and everything coming out of 39 season is very instrumental for what happens at 40. Now, I think 39 was kind of like a mix of, you know, they were in Hollywood, right? They're going right back to the West Coast this year, but they were in Hollywood, and it was a lot of advertising taking place, right? We had Snoop Dogg in the ring, you know what I mean, for like an extended amount of time. And, you know, we could talk about that moment, you know what I mean, and all of that stuff. We see Snoop Dogg had a product, the gin and juice product, a lot of advertisement circulation during the event, during the weekend. But where I am with this is, okay, so me being a Philadelphian, I'm from the city, and, you know, it's a big part of my identity, as everybody knows. However, being here, being involved somewhat in certain conversations around like how the city was going to be breaking down, what folks were going to be doing, like how this would impact the city at this time, being a part of that as well gave me an idea of like kind of what was taking place. Still, a lot of people made money. There were still deals being done, and, you know, these events, you know, people get paid, people have jobs, and, you know, people are consultants and the whole thing. Companies get called, and it is what it is. Who's going to put up the seats and all of these different contraptions for WWE World? Who is going to be the company to, you know, all of these different things? Who's going to be the lighting company and all of these different things for other events, right? Stardom and all these other people coming to town. So being a part of that was very impactful as well. However, WWE themselves, I feel like, sought out during the weekend of 40 to kind of like please and serve the WWE universe, their fan base, right? Now, we don't usually get a lot of like corporate service a lot of times from certain companies when they do like big things in certain cities. It's really all about the customers coming in, folks flying in from different places, and pretty much like, and, you know, don't get me wrong, like WrestleMania is very expensive. It's a very expensive weekend, right? But where I am with this is that there seems to be a certain branding that WrestleMania 40 had for families, for the city itself. There were different like programs and different, you know, nonprofits that, like, you know, were able to go for free and different things like that. But when we talk about the buildup of an actual card and the stories that's on the, you know, that's on the docket, that's on the marquee, I feel like we were getting a whole lot of like good treatment and good fan service the whole way through with Cody, with Sammy, right? Jade, Naomi, and Bianca are all on the same side at that point. The way that involved a certain viewership and probably new viewership, right? different people being brought in, and I think it really kind of put the WWE back into the mainstream because they did a lot of fan service, in my opinion, that whole weekend. You know what I mean? With the things that were available to do at WWE World, all of those things. I'm not saying that those things aren't going to be available in Vegas, but here's where I am with the Vegas thing. That we saw all of the reports coming out of 40 of how much record-breaking sales that WrestleMania 40 did, how much the gate was, what it did on streaming, internet impressions, the viral reactions, the whole bit. And we was hearing that, and you know, right before I jumped on here permanently, we sat on this same podcast, right? It was a funny, you know, Three Faces of Lowly episode we did where I appeared 3 times, and I talked about how we were going into a Mania season in which the WWE stock price needed help. And it got all the help it needed, right? Due to what happened at WrestleMania 40, due to what happened that weekend. A lot of fan service, right? Now, when we think about a lot of the money that's made that a corporation makes, they can then go to the table to other corporations and then make deals. Like we've seen at Netflix and the different things that's taking place at YouTube. All of the ways in which WWE is very locked in with different corporations in our country, right? Which gives them much more exposure, much more brand legitimacy to be able to do business and all of these things. And it's like when people like Triple H are saying things about Donald Trump. Yeah, right. It makes those things like viable and like true, right? So WWE right now is in a position where the stock price is booming, right? They're at a crazy point in which they can then go to the table and do these deals with other companies. So now what folks at other companies are going to be like, well, like, what's in it for us, right? Folks are probably making decisions about who's on WWE television when it's on Netflix, right? And we saw how the first episode was. They're literally putting the cameras on actual executives like in the rafters, right? While The Rock is in the ring. That tells us something, right? During that live product, they're putting the cameras on certain execs and things. So I think that, you know, for one, the actual weekend being in Vegas, they cashing in. You know what I mean? Like they're cashing in. And I think that at this point, we're going to have some fun during this weekend. But I think for the most part, when we see what happens on the card, I think it's going to be to continue the rapport and relationships that a company like the WWE has with Netflix, right? Based on what happens at WrestleMania. And I think that WrestleMania is going to be on Netflix overseas, if I'm not mistaken, and on Peacock in the United States. So depending on what happens on that show, that's going to carry business on Netflix in the WWE probably by the next decade. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what I'm getting at. If this makes sense, more money is going to be made, but essentially I just feel like they're doing themselves a lot of service this weekend as opposed to the weekend of 40 where they were doing a lot of fan service, if all of that makes sense. So that's kind of what I was thinking when I was tweeting that.
Absolutely. You know, I mean, for Nolo or Chaz, you know, either one of you guys can answer, but do you think that's where this criticism for the build to Mania is starting to come in? Like you're now at a point, WWE is at a point, like, and they've been there with the name WrestleMania. WrestleMania is the attraction. WrestleMania is why people are flying in all over the world into Las Vegas or whatever city it's in, you know what I mean, to go to this. They don't necessarily have to put on a stellar card, or they don't have to necessarily put on a stellar build because people are already going to be there in WrestleMania. The experience of WrestleMania is literally WrestleMania, right? So do you think that's where a lot of this criticism for the build is starting to come in?
You go, Nolo.
All right, cool. I got you. Like we were talking about earlier, man. Like a lot of people are watching now, and a lot of people are not excited about the build. And WWE, if you ever like the way it used to be, they ain't care. I mean, even if the build wasn't there, they already know you got it. They got it for the pay-per-view. You gonna watch the show. So no matter, pretty much, they just had to get there. This year was a little bit different because it was extra 2 weeks of more building, because they didn't have the Royal Rumble was in the first week of February, or Elimination Chamber. My bad. Elimination Chamber was the first week of February or second week, and then that was it. And you just had basically 2 months to build up every story and every storyline that you had. And honestly, it didn't seem like they had a solid plan for everything. And a lot of it did come they really just had it for about 3 things. The biggest 3 things, but 3 things nonetheless. And They've just said, all right, we're gonna rock this out, and all we gotta do, run out this clock, dog. Because as our brother Lo was just saying, WrestleMania is in Las Vegas. Las Vegas is about showmanship. And another thing is about money. Do you see how many different events and extra events WWE has going on this week? Like stuff they weren't doing before. They out here having after parties in the club for people to go to. They don't want you to sleep, dog. They just want you to go, leave the show, whatever show, respective show it is, then go to the club, get some sleep, and run that shit over again. And just that's all you. And then go meet your favorite wrestlers, and then go off from there. This is a cash grab. This is good, and they already got us. And especially if you're going, you got to be doing all this fun shit and pay them out the wazoo. So they don't really care. And you already heard what Triple H said. He don't care about no internet opinion. He don't give a fuck about what we say.
Chaz, what are you thinking, man?
Signature.
Not the groan.
Classic.
Yeah, I will say it has been a little different where like it feels like Mania season, obviously, but in a sense, it doesn't. Not to say that it's not going to be good, or not to say that we're not anticipating certain things, but you know, I can remember even 39, 40 when I started to swing back around, where it felt like I was excited about every card on the match, even something that I thought wasn't, you know, worth my time. I was still in for it. With this one, it's certain ones where you feel like we all calculate for like, why are you here, or why are we wasting our time here? And then it's the ones where they should be here, but maybe they've missed the mark on the builds. And I can always remember that always being a significant part of the main card. Like the story always leading up to what the big one was part of it. And it also felt like it took a lot of this shit took damn near down to the final wire for even the shit to start to pick up. Whether they say, you know, and it's not real, they listen or not, they listen. They did listen, because out of nowhere, each storyline started to pick up between Charlotte and Tiffany, between Cena and John, between the triple threat. That you really didn't do too much with that, so we'll leave that there. But the main title one and Jey Uso and Gunther, those are the three that needed juice, and we weren't getting it. And again, out of nowhere, all three hit. So I definitely not buying that they're not listening. But to your point, now that you've kind of put like the TKO spin on it, yeah, I can see how it's more so like I think Nolo said, it's Mania, and wherever you like it or not, wherever you hear or not, you're gonna watch regardless. And all we gotta do is get you past the first 2 weeks. And once you get Rammer and talking about, even if you don't like it, you talking about it, we got you where we want you. So any improvement that happens along that time, it's gonna seem like top tier, because that's kind of how they made this work. Let's just slow roll it. And also, like you said, this is as long as I've ever felt like we had to get to Mania. Like this is a whole fucking marathon and a couple extra steps to get to the water. Like that's just
man.
Like, damn, I just did this 5K and I still gotta go get I gotta walk behind the water.
Yeah, block.
But that's how it goes.
You gotta like even add into like the Netflix and the TKO aspect. Today, the UFC in their partnership with ESPN opened up to where they're now allowed to negotiate with whatever media company they want to, right? So the likelihood that UFC will make the move to Netflix, and then UFC being under TKO, like we're talking about profitable, like TKO in the next 5 years is like the definitive combat entity, right? Mm-hmm. We're talking about WWE, UFC, and then whatever this boxing joint they're doing with Turk Al-Rashid, right? Mm-hmm. that absolutely plays into a factor. Like the fact that these negotiations are now going to be happening and we're in Las Vegas. It's so like it's nasty work, but I think that's where we're at right now, right? Like it is not a coincidence that the person you've seen the most doing media is Triple H. That's not a coincidence. You know what I mean? Because truthfully, this is his WrestleMania. Triple H is the main event.
They may go into the Hall of Fame for like the 4th time.
Right.
Nick, I have not seen a video package for any other Hall of Fame but Triple H, bro.
And that's to my point of like it's kind of a self-serving weekend. Paul is leading this class this year. You know what I mean? Like he's the executive producer at the end of the show now.
Yeah.
Like fucking Dick Wolf.
Oh, and Lee Fitting.
Yeah.
And Lee Fitting.
And Lee Fitting.
Can't forget about Lee.
Yeah.
Can't forget about Lee.
Lee.
You know
Real quick,
I mean?
Marks with Mike's, my guy.
Marks with Mike's,
brother?
love.
JC,
My
what's
guy.
up, bro?
What's up, Jay?
With that being said, right, from like the story purpose of everything, like I said, like Chaz brought it up, like the last 2 weeks things have started to kick in, right? But how important is like this Mania from the build can be whatever it needs to be. It's all about the execution, right? How important it is to keep the momentum of WWE from not only a casual viewer, right? Because that's essentially what it is. You're looking to get a casual viewer to watch WWE WrestleMania, and then for them to be back that Monday, right? And then be back the following Monday, right? It's all about the retention, right?
Yeah.
So how important does the execution of this Mania from bell to bell need to be in order for WWE to not lose the momentum that it currently has?
See, that gets into
A whole
now we
different-
gotta go down the card.
Yeah.
We gonna get there, but I'm like, but to keep it here for a minute is just like the decisions that are gonna be made, like have to be key for that. And so is that determined by, like, you know what I mean? It's another like kind of question I have is it now determined by like wins and losses? You know what I mean? Because like if it's a situation where war, if they retain their titles, what does that mean? Now, if the New Day wins that match, what does that mean for the New Day going forward? And what is their television? What do they look like on television moving forward on a Netflix? Right. So it's all about the card for me, but also who's returning.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And again, how do they fit into television on Netflix going into Backlash and rest of the year?
So think of it like this: like there's so many ways you could look at it, and I go back to like what should be intriguing your audience, right? In theory, when we're talking about a wrestling boom, in theory, the lasting image of Stone Cold Steve Austin shaking Vince McMahon's hand should have added more record business because there should be an intrigue to it, right? What they do afterward is the execution, right? But in hindsight, if the last image you see in 2001, Vince McMahon shaking hands with Stone Cold Steve Austin, and knowing WWE has purchased WCW, it should ingrain intrigue for people, right? And in turn, it took the business downward. You know what I mean? Everything wasn't hitting, right? Today, it is a lot different because luckily AEW, they're about to tomorrow they're about to surpass Nitro as the longest running TV show on Turner Broadcasting for pro wrestling, which is a huge accomplishment.
Yeah.
But
very big.
Huge. But with that, like AEW is not going anywhere, right? But you have people that are upset with AEW creative, and you have people upset with WWE creative. So if you're upset with the two major wrestling companies creative, what do? You're not paying attention to the indies. you're not likely not going to be watching New Japan, right? So if this card fails in any aspect, all it takes is one decision, right? And we will get to it because I think there's one match in particular where I think would set the tone for the downward trajectory of where the business is today. But I think that they're in a position now where they have everything. They're probably going to get more, but just because you're at the mountaintop does not mean that you can't slide back down.
Nah, every great empire falls.
But
just out of curiosity, is the match that you talk about with all the stakes, is it a world title match?
Yeet.
Okay, that's what okay. So I have a question. Because I've seen it a lot, and K-Poppin over there has also said it. Is Night One really ass, bro? Is it?
No.
I didn't think so either. I had to look at it again. I was like, I don't think it's ass. I'll be like saying I like most of these matches.
No, it's very exciting and intriguing for sure.
Okay, let's go to the card.
Hey man, ain't nothing
Here, baby.
We there.
Keep in mind for everybody, just maybe tuning in for the first time. Our predictions champion is unfortunately Nolo Green. He will be defending this title. Nolo, since you're the champion, do you want to do this? How do you want to defend this? Do you want to defend it night one, and then whoever's the champion at night one defends it night two, or do you want to do whoever has the most by the end of night two?
Okay, so I want to do this. I want to defend WrestleMania as one card, but I also want to do standing ovation. See, look, it's twice. I'm still defending it twice.
That nigga said rock, paper, scissors.
Nah, baby. I just now WrestleMania is one whole event, stand and deliver.
Okay, I like that. I like it. So we'll get to stand and deliver at the end. But starting out night one, WrestleMania tag team championship match: the War Raiders versus the New Day. The New Day have the distinction of being the only black men on this card. Both nights.
Got them out of there quick. Put them on the first night.
Church was like, Church was like, here.
Yeah, niggas.
From a match standpoint, story wise, it is what it is. I have no doubt the match is going to be great. I don't agree with people's sentiment that the New Day have cooled down. You know what I mean? I think that you just they had a good feud with the LWO. They said from the beginning they want to get to the World Tag Team Championships, right? Mm-hmm. They've had great matches with the War Raiders in the past. For my prediction, though, I'm not convinced that the New Day walk out of here with the titles because I think
I have a feeling I know where you're going.
Yeah. Because we all want to go big.
We do all want to go big.
And I wasn't even thinking about it while I just mentioned that shit. No, we there. I'm
thinking if we drop in context clues. Remember what Eric said on Monday. They attacked the neck.
Yes, they did.
Right. So the New Day can be in a position where they're going for the neck, and then all you hear is, "Y'all want to go big?" Then say that.
Yep.
And I think we get the first. I think we get the first Big E bump where he does the big ending to either Kofi and Xavier. My prediction: the War Raiders retain. Yeah. See, niggas need us on the book. Yeah.
Let's go.
We about this, man.
Mm-hmm.
We about it. We about it. It's cool, and I love that. I love that prediction. I'm still thinking the New Day though.
I want that, but yeah, I'm taking a New Day too.
I'm still
separating because I want to do a thing here where I separate my predictions from what I want the mark in me to see, right? So it's just and I have a great relationship with both. However, I think that I would love that. That would be fucking amazing. But yeah, let's do it. I want to see my guys get the get the gold since they the only ones on the card.
The constant,
we're gonna see, man.
The constant battle between heart and mind that we go through as fans is great.
Right.
Yes.
Yo, that's some beautiful negative shit right there, nigga.
Yeah. Chaz been thinking about this. We all said anything. Chaz was like,
damn. Damn. I got them winning, but I want that.
Who? Oh, he's talking about New Day. Okay.
Yeah, I want that. I got them winning.
Yeah.
But I want that. So yeah.
Okay. Hopefully they gave the. Oh, go ahead, bro.
No, because it would be perfect because there has been no type of indication or lead up that E is even going to slide. Just him talking. So if you trying to get that pop factor, yeah, because nobody hasn't. Because at this point we still think he. Maybe not now. You know what I'm saying? Maybe later down the line. Maybe like SummerSlam type era. But, whew, that would get the juice going.
The only people to bring him up was a racist piece of shit.
Right. Oh yeah, that trash ass comedian.
Right. Fucking.
But yeah, absolutely. But even like, can you imagine if before the match? Because I can see this being more the middle of the maybe like the third or fourth match. Can you imagine if like they announced prior that he is going to be the special commentator for this particular match?
I might say my pick then.
Yeah, they go ahead and talk that shit.
I'd be like, yo, where can we change? How long before the match can we change?
Because damn shit, nigga.
Because I got killed for changing my pick 3 minutes after I said it.
Bro, can you imagine like Big E sitting on ringside and then Kofi and Xavier just jaw jacking him the entire time?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Come on, bro. Come on. We're not gonna get any of this.
When he smacks the shit out of Xavier. Man.
No. Look, fantasy book with me real quick. Imagine like them just antagonizing Big E, antagonizing him, right? And you get to that point where like it starts to get a little chaotic, and one of them smacks Big E.
Damn, hands-on program with Ezekiel. That's crazy.
Come on, bro. Come on.
Yeah, Big E gotta crash out.
Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, look, our niggas.
Oh shit.
Oh,
hey, look, my man at work.
For the love of the game, shout out to Mac, bro.
Yeah, man, I'm trying to add myself. I am.
You in here?
You in?
What's up,
here,
man?
What's going on,
brother?
In the trap, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Got my dog right here. You know what I'm saying? Yep. You know what I mean? I ain't want y'all to think I was neglecting y'all or nothing.
No, we really outside.
Nah, brother. We know you got to work, man.
Yeah, we had a few technical difficulties, ain't that right? Yeah, man. So I'm dropping in on y'all, man. I'm gonna try to see as soon as I get done with this, man. I'm gonna jump back on, man.
For sure, bro.
All right, brother. We be
here. Yeah, we're gonna be here, dog.
Say, man.
Say no more, man. Tell
Drive
the
safely,
bro.
Man, that was a good drop in, man. That was a good drop in.
Love.
Hard. Yeah. So everybody but me said
New Day.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. First of all, real quick, that's the new DMAC gimmick. The common man with the
common man.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect.
That's a new gimmick. That's a new gimmick.
Fits perfectly, bro.
Yeah.
All
right. I had to get that off.
Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano. Right now, hold on.
All right. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Hey.
Let's play devil.
If you gonna maybe look at it positively, then go ahead.
I'll be devil's advocate real quick, right? Let's look at the positive, right? We are getting Chad Gable versus Rey Mysterio at WrestleMania, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yes, it's absolutely wild that the fact that we're getting Chad Gable at WrestleMania, he has to be in a mask. That's cool, right? Whatever. Wild, right? Is the gimmick real racist? Absolutely. You know what I mean? Like you say Gulf of America, you kind of bugging, right?
Big bugging.
Big bugging, right? Is this match going to slap? Absolutely.
Yo, this is one of the most wrestling, like as far as like with like in like Lucha Libre and like this is one of the most wrestling matches on the card. Like this is one of the, does that make sense? Like
yes.
Yes.
The Gulf of America rib is yo, that's like Bobby that's like back in that day type of like level of like how I want to. Now I wonder when that was first pitched. It probably was like laughed at in the, you know what I mean, in the writer's room or wherever the fuck that was first pitched at. But it's so fucking wrestling. It's so Lucha Libre, bro. This shit is crazy.
The reason why I don't have a problem with the El Grande Americano, and let me preface that by saying, like, you know what I mean, absolutely, to anybody, feel exactly how you want to feel about this gimmick. If you are offended, please be offended. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that this is a morally correct gimmick. You know what I mean? I think that's where like just the constant watching of pro wrestling and where tropes have been and stereotypes like this, like it's not surprising to me that this is an actual thing, right? But please be offended if you feel offended by this gimmick. But with that being said, I'm all about the execution of the ending of the story, right? The whole premise to this, in my eyes, is the end result being the mask being taken off, and you see that it's Chad Gable, right? But with that being said, like it's garnering attention, like you know what I mean, like it's getting a reaction. I do not see El Grande Americano losing this match because the build
wrestling mind should.
Yeah, absolutely. The build is, if this match was a mask versus mask, sure. I think they're building to that. So in order to build to that, Gable has to win this match. And he can do it in any way and capacity, right? I even like somebody's idea that they do kind of the Doink the Clown, where Chad Gable rolls under the ring, and when Ray pulls him out, it's somebody else.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Let it be. What's my man name from the Creed brothers?
Brutus.
Yeah, Brutus. Brutus. They gonna look like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, that'd be money, man. But yeah, my pick is well, first, what do y'all think about the gimmick in general?
I laughed first and I said that's wild. And then they just kept going with it. And I was like, man, they is really playing up this shit, bro. I mean, I'm not surprised. Like you said, it's really some wrestler shit. It's some good old Smoky Mountain wrestling shit. You know how it go.
Oh man, that's Smoky Mountain.
You know how this shit go. But honestly, another thing I thought of, I know Dragon Lee sitting back there, Andrade sitting back there, everybody sitting back there like, so the fake Mexican, the new impersonator gets to get a WrestleMania spot, but we don't, against our idol. But hey, it is what it is. But match wise, I think this shit gonna bang. Chad Gable go in the ring. Rey Mysterio old as hell, but he still be cooking. So I really don't like. I'm not down about like the match quality of it at all. Also, Chad Gable's winning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got him winning too. Like I said, there is a positive from this. It's shout out Chad Gable for getting these minutes. You know what I mean? Obviously, the agenda is that all this happening. The agenda is still there for him and American made. So that's good to see. But also, I can say that there has been an uptick, and I don't know how long it's gonna last. You know how they go on the trips, but it has been an uptick in seeing more of the luchadors and on both brands. And I was
Them other two niggas in the LWO.
Yeah.
Whenever
Not
the
the
TV
other
is,
two niggas.
I don't know their names.
But they gonna give you a showcase when they get a chance.
It's Joaquin. It's Joaquin and Cruz, bro.
Sure.
Damn.
Sure.
Not sure.
But yeah. So yeah, those are my positives. Hey, like you said, Ray, somehow, some way, the biggest stage, he still finds a way to, you know what I mean, do what he does. So overall, it should be a fun match. I definitely will say that. And we just go from there.
Yeah,
Your prediction?
We're gonna have a lot of fun, man.
Chaz, who was your prediction?
Oh, Gabe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Low talk to me, man.
Yeah, we definitely gonna have a lot of fun, man. And here's where I am with this. So as of about 8 hours ago, over on WrestleZone, Jaya Krishna Dasapan, Indian brother that writes for the WrestleZone, is reporting that during the last taping of WWE Main Event, and I suppose that took place before Raw yesterday, Alicia Taylor is now announcing El Grande Americano to be from the Gulf of Mexico. That's what Alicia Taylor has reported. Now, granted, I guess at the event where that's what we're going to get, you know what I mean? But about this gimmick in general, I want to take it back a bit to like the formation of, you know, like the new American Made. And even like with Ivy Nile, right? And just the attitude that somebody like the look on Ivy Nile's face and like her placement in the group. And at that time, I mean, for me, I'm like, yo, this Chad Gable stuff with the with the Creeds and with Ivy Nile for me is very synonymous with something like a Trump campaign right now, and like Trump supporters, right? And we're seeing that within the whole El Grande Americano thing, we kind of getting like this vibe of like restoring American like greatness or whatever, especially like in something like Lucha Libre. And I just think that again, like the Gulf of America rib was just really like it's a lot, right? It's a lot, but I think it's very topical and it's very pro wrestling, right? It's like motherfuckers has worked, you know, but not for nothing. This I guess is a time in which certain politics and certain policies are affecting real people and it's real life of people, and like that's not a joke, right? And like a lot of us know all about that stuff. However, I think that's gonna be a real fun match, right? I think that, you know, some of the tongue-in-cheek stuff with, you know, with the music and even down to the name like El Grande Americano, and I even think like the long, like at this point, long legacy of like American colonization when it comes to coffee, right? And like, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot that's here for me, right? In my, you know, in my chicken brain, but I think it's gonna be a very fun match. I think that the name is fun. Again, it's fun shit, but it's like some of this shit might not be funny to a lot of people. But however, the coffee shit is very clever, right? That's not necessarily what you first think of, but that's like a coffee that you order from certain places. But long story short, its relationship to how folks make money and all of these things. But I think that this American made shit, man, was really synonymous with the Trump shit, and they necessarily kind of wanted to. Again, a lot of these things are reflecting real life, but that's why we watch. You know what I mean? Like that's why we watch. But I definitely got Chad Gable, El Grande Americano. We might not even see his face during the whole program. Back to your conversation about what happens bell to bell on this show, and like Chad Gable being on Mania, but having been in a match to be on Mania. There's interesting stuff taking place right now.
You know, I do think it's important to note that depending on who you have as the World Heavyweight Champion going out of Mania, you know what I mean? Like Chad Gable, once the mask is removed, like you need top heels. Chad Gable would absolutely fit that billing. So just real quick.
I think that's the end goal too.
Yeah, absolutely.
I get to turn that shit up because he is a heel and you want.
That might be fun.
You remember when Kurt Angle did this whole thing, like he was uber heel when he, you know what I'm saying, when he was, and I think obviously that's what you're trying to get back to.
Oh, dog, can you imagine if they did the El Grande Americano joint with Kurt Angle and Ray like in 02?
Oh my god.
Oh, big racist. Big racist.
Yo.
Woo,
I just want to say, have a feeling El Generico is debuting if El Grande does something fishy. That is, I love El Generico. You know what I mean? Shout out to the gimmick, but damn, having two non-Mexicans
in Vegas. In
like,
Vegas.
We not, yeah,
that'd be funny.
It's not looking good, man. It's not,
that's tough.
Not looking good. Next up, and probably one of the more anticipated matches, Naomi versus Jade Cargill. First of all, shout out to Black women. You feel me? Like, one time for the one time. The fact that this is, if I correct me if I'm wrong, this is the first non-title women's match to take place at WrestleMania, correct? Like not involving like any type of like title or stupid gimmick attached to it.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
I want to start by saying this. Naomi killing it. She has been phenomenal this entire program. You know what I mean? First of all, go watch the good brother, the visionary, you know what I mean, Proceed with Caution mixtape from Miss Naomi. Fire, you know what I mean? Excellent work.
Chef kiss.
Magnificent.
But I think it's important to note, like, if anybody deserves this moment, it is absolutely Naomi. You know what I mean? Like, Naomi is truthfully a standard bearer when it comes to this wrestling shit, especially for her inspiration and the fact that she's getting this opportunity. You know what I mean? Like, I see this being such an important part to what we're going to later in this year. I absolutely see Naomi winning this match. Like, I feel like she has to. I feel like in order for this gimmick to really like hit, you know what I mean? Like, her having Jade Cargill's number not only backstage but in the ring, it has to go down that way, man. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like a lot of eyes are going to be on Jade too, like, because this is truthfully Jade's first big singles match. You know what I mean? And what better person to put her in the ring with than Naomi? But going around the table, you know what I mean, for this feud, what are y'all thoughts on it? How's the execution been in your eyes? And then obviously, who's your prediction?
My prediction to win is Naomi, and they will run it back at Backlash the very next month. That's what I feel like personally. Feud wise, I feel like this is one that they've actually done like a good job with, like the promos. If you go back to again when Lo was in the building watching Bianca and Naomi have their promo, and Jade has been whooping Naomi's ass for a little bit, but then finally Naomi started getting the upper hand these last few times, and I just think that she's gonna get the upper hand at Mania. But it is beautiful that this is gonna be Jade's biggest match on the biggest stage, and like you said, the perfect person to have her in there with is Naomi, a veteran that's gonna make sure that she is gonna be it's gonna be a sink or swim moment, and she's definitely gonna be there with the floaters to keep her up to make sure that she's good.
Man, look, being in the building for that, I was kind of like, I think this is probably like the best build we getting. Like, that's how I felt in that moment when Jade was making her entrance. Like when Jade was making her entrance when she had the white on, I'm like, yeah, this is what a WrestleMania build feels like. You know what I mean? And not for nothing, the star of that segment was a Naomi. You know what I mean? Like, it's not for nothing. Like early on, like in the building, Bianca was getting the heat as if she did in the building, right? But then, like when you finally got the actual answer, like you heard the actual audible shift go to Naomi, like you heard it from like both. You know what I mean? Like and I'm like, okay, here we go, right? And so now the job that Naomi has been doing with now being like the anchor of the story, the reason why we even have it, right? And her look afterwards, everything we're saying to proceed with caution and razor blades is kind of reminding me of a bit of Owen Hart a little bit. Like it's a lot in here a little bit, but you know, not to necessarily bring up another man to diminish what a black woman is doing, but however, things in WWF kind of reminding us of each other gives it legitimacy.
Mm-hmm. Enough is enough. It's time for a change. That's right, my nigga. Yeah.
That's how you know what I'm saying? So where I am with this is I think Naomi does win this match. Jada's going to shine in it, right? We're going to see how strong she is. We're going to see, you know what I mean, her ability to press someone like a Naomi, you know what I mean? And I think it's going to be a dope athletic contest, you know what I mean? But I think we're going to get some story in it. I don't know. So this is on a Saturday. This is on Saturday, correct? When is the when is the Bianca match?
The next Sunday.
The triple threat is on Sunday. All right. Yeah, man. I do think Naomi wins in a really, I don't know, maybe a smudgy fashion with something maybe involving Bianca, or I don't know. But man, this is going to be really interesting. This is going to be a high spot on Saturday night. It's going to be, you know, and ain't nobody going to be going to the bathroom.
Oh, no.
Getting snacks and all that.
Nah.
You know what I mean? So,
and we gonna be together.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, speaking it right, exactly. I'm gonna make so it's gonna be a time, man. It's gonna be a fucking time to see these two black women non-title match. Ain't no title even involved. You know what I mean? But the genius of this build is that you do have a contender for the championship involved in the story. But it's man. Even going back, like I just really appreciate the building that I think the three of them have been doing over this past year. Bianca, Jade, and Naomi, everything that they've been doing, everything they've been playing, and the company being in lock and step with them in those plans, it's just a good thing to see, man. Not Naomi, though, for sure. Naomi in about 11, 10, 12-minute match, maybe, hopefully.
Yeah. I like that.
Shit, beautiful, ain't it?
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
Black girls are the originators of this fly shit. Shout out to my guy.
Absolutely, like his hat says.
I'll take a sip to that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Ethan Page.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? When I did the video for Naomi, I was able to, because a lot of the stuff that I was going digging in the crates for, I wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? For all of it. So to kind of go back and see like, oh, you had the juice back then too, and was doing it in the time frame where maybe your perspective didn't get the highest quality respect that it does now. Not just her, others as well in that time frame, but to see, you know what I mean, that she was about it then, and to see how she's about it now, it was a beautiful cherry on top of me doing it. But I say all that to say, like, it's rare when you have somebody, especially in wrestling, where they're universally loved and now they're able to universally get the recognition that they deserve. And I can't think of anybody closer to that than Naomi. She's in successful wherever she's put her boots on. She's been a glue, a supporter, and obviously an icon, a needle mover, trailblazer. She's part of that blueprint. She's part of that renaissance of where we see women's wrestling today. She's in that echelon, and she changed a lot. Her athleticism, her ability to always stand out no matter what you throw at her. You know what I mean? So to now see like the magnum opus of what her legacy is about to be, because this is us, even though she's been in the game for a minute, this is about to be Naomi's prime. And this is about to be a magical moment that we're about to watch. All the pieces that come together. She always had the talent. Might skill came around. Now she just needed the moments. And then she just needed the right leadership and the right village to. So it's going to be exciting to see when she becomes a new world champion. But that's another conversation for another day.
SummerSlam. Shout
out to Naomi. Shout out to Jade. Shout out to Bianca. Shout out to them three. This I'm pretty sure this was in the talks well before Jade got here. This shit like this doesn't just happen overnight. This is planning. This is execution. This is step by step. This is listening, putting away ego, because it is all, like I said, it has all benefited each of them respectively, from Jade being protected essentially until she could learn this, figure this shit out, learn the rest of WWE to now to see where she's about to go. From her having to stand down that with Charlotte that instantly popped. It was like 3 seconds, but that's all you need to see. Like, okay, that's what we're getting to next. Bianca finally getting back to where she deserves to be after carrying the tag division on her back, after carrying a portion of when we didn't know where women's wrestling was going. She was always the standard, the bell cow, the ship that got us there. And now to see, remind them motherfuckers, yeah, I am who I am, and this is why we're gonna root for that. And again, Naomi finally being considered, even when she was winning the world championship, you probably still, not us, but people in general probably still didn't put her in the upper echelon. You're not gonna have nothing else to say after this Mania. Just make sure that the congratulations was just as loud as the disrespect. So all that to say, man, this is probably gonna be obviously it's gonna be some other heavyweights, but this will probably be my favorite match on the card because of how much love and interest and bias I have tied to it.
Shoot, man, you remember you ever seen that clip of dumbass Joe Rogan crying over Ronda Rousey?
Yes,
that's how I feel about Naomi.
Correct.
We get emotional just talking about it, man. Like she's so amazing. She's so amazing.
She is, man.
She's so great, bro. You know what I mean? But
man, shout out to Jimmy Uso. I'm sorry.
He said, "I'm sorry."
Yeah.
He's a good man, man.
Yeah,
But
Jimmy,
no, real quick, my bad. What you about to say?
Oh no,
nah, you good? Go ahead.
I just got one more part about Jade. There's one more thing.
what's up, bro?
A win for Naomi and the way that Naomi wins and however that happens, like this is going to be, and we're going to see it down the line again, going with like certain decisions that's made and how things end up matriculating down the line or down, the year next year, as we was kind of talking about with the handshake. Yo, this is going to do this. Like this is going to be amazing for Jade. Like I just can't wait to see the entity in WWE that Jade is going to become by, let's say, like a SummerSlam this year or like by next year's Mania in New Orleans. Like Jade about to do numbers, man.
I think the biggest thing for her is just her believing that she's her, right? Because we all see it, but I'm also thinking about mic skills, promo skills as she keeps finding her sound. She has to believe like, yeah, you're supposed to be here. Like we believe in you too. That has to exude out, and step by step, day by day. She's a student of the game. Like you can tell it. So whatever I'm saying, she probably knows the same thing. But strap the rocket, because there's nothing that she doesn't have that you can't win on.
Also, it should be noted, even though I said we weren't going to talk about them, just a quick shout out to more Black women for Mercedes Moné.
Tomorrow.
Dynamite. Historic match. You know what I mean? Likelihood that likelihood being the main event. Yeah. Salute
it needs to
match. Be. Yeah, without question. Going from one match we care about to one match we don't care about, the United States Championship.
Brother, I was gonna ask you this.
Yeah.
Can we spit? Because there's 3 matches that we don't need to spend that much time on. No, Jacob winning. Who cares?
He's not winning. He's not winning.
You don't think he's gonna
Jacob
win?
Solo is absolutely costing that man a match.
Oh,
yeah. Solo absolutely costing him a match.
You know what? That's a valid point.
Damn.
Yeah, my pick is LA.
That's the right decision, though.
Yeah.
I mean, storyline wise, yes.
Because now you got to get Jacob. Like that's the catalyst of Jacob crashing out. Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Now he loved this nigga so much. Like how much he about to crash out when he do him dirty.
Dog, when he's
okay.
When we get, I hate you Solo.
Yeah, that's gonna be nasty.
Oh, bro,
Solo might get colored.
The last thing I'll say about this match, right, and what this leads to, we are going to get Solo bringing in Jeff Cobb to fuck with Jacob Fatu. We getting that, man. We getting Jacob Fatu and Jeff Cobb at some point this year. Without question.
And when is Bronson slotting back?
The tall Samoan.
Hukaleo?
Oh, you talking about Hukaleo?
Oh, that nigga
He's supposed to be in NXT. In NXT.
That nigga dark state. We'll see him Saturday. We'll see him Saturday. Don't worry.
Do we have a timetable on Bronson?
I think they said May.
Okay.
Oh yeah, nigga, SummerSlam? Yeah.
And do we get Lower back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yes. Yeah, man. Let's
cooking.
Pull that trigger.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're cooking.
Man.
Hey.
Man.
Yeah.
That's violence. That's violence on a whole nother level. Yeah, I want
LA Knight is winning the match.
Yeah.
I got everybody. Yeah.
You're right.
You have. Hey, man, you have persuaded me. You have persuaded me.
Welcome.
Turn that up.
Now, this match we do need to talk about the Bret Hart Shawn Michaels match of the card. WWE Women's Championship match. Tiffany Stratton.
There were a lot of sunny days
against Charlotte Flair. Yeah. Oh, real quick. Before I hate to make this a somber, but thinking about Charlotte. A couple weeks ago, we did lose a very key and essential person of the community, Nikki Bougie. Tragically passed away. And haven't had an opportunity to never talk to her, but I saw the light and love that she gave to the community. So I mean, it's happened during our time away, but I'd be remiss to not even bring that up. So what I mean. Much love to her family. Much love to her. I hope the angels are comforting her in the way that I know they are. But yeah, definitely rest in peace to her. And
absolutely,
yeah,
definitely a shining light in the community because
absolutely. And I bring her up because Charlotte did a beautiful tribute. You know what I mean? Like Nikki was a huge fan of a Charlotte Flair. There's a beautiful picture of the two of them. But yeah. And I bring that up because, like I said, like we obviously we all deal with grief in different ways. So like you really have no idea how people touch other people in their lives. So what I mean? Like I'm glad that Nikki had that opportunity to meet somebody that she looked very much up to. So yeah, rest in peace to her, man.
Absolutely.
But then yeah. And then going back to this match, would you say that from where this story started to where it's at now, this is probably the most anticipated, like for white people? Like this is
white people time.
Like this is like
hey, my man said this is White Lotus. This is White Lotus.
Correct. This is White Lotus on the
this
WrestleMania.
Is White Lotus of WrestleMania.
Look, Triple H, Stephanie, Michael Hayes, like all the white people in the back. That is standing room only. You feel me? Like this is the dream for them. Two blonde white women.
One legacy and one, hot shot.
Come
not
on,
this
bro.
Black Panther. Not this.
The title not even on the legacy. The title is on the new hot shot.
Come
How about
on,
that
bro.
one?
Come on.
Hey.
That was some real ass shit though.
Yeah, man.
But like you said, man, like where this shit started, this shit wasn't looking good at first. We was like, oh man, I was like, oh Tiffy, your time is not looking good. It's not looking
Thank you for your service.
Right.
That's what it's looking like. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, man.
I think in the last
Damn it. Hey, shout out to white trash type shit, because Bubba, it picked right up when we got personal.
White crash outs, great.
Woo!
Yeah,
bro.
Woo! Hey. What did y'all think about that segment, man? Like, I gotta get y'all about that segment.
So When did that segment happen?
Like what? 2 weeks
2
ago?
weeks ago.
2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what I was like. I don't think I was I in Florida when that segment happened? I don't think I didn't see the segment until like a couple days later. Like I had heard about it. And after finally watching it, I was just like, as I was watching, I was like, oh, I've watched enough wrestling to know niggas not on script.
Exactly.
I was like, some things being said right now. I'll say a lot of things about like where, like, I don't think between the two of them, the chemistry is there, right? I truly think people got excited with the prospect of like Charlotte Flair essentially wrestling herself. Because a lot of people see Tiffany like a more athletic version of Tiffany in Charlotte in Tiffany Stratton. But in that segment, man, like I think the most telling thing is it's a like, how do I want to say? I want to say this as like polite as possible without disrespecting anybody, right? It is absolutely crazy to me, in theory, that the daughter of Ric Flair gets rattled from like crowd reactions. And ultimately, I took that. If we're making this like in our personal matter, which you know what I mean, like for what everybody said, like that's how it became. It became a very personal thing, right? You kind of look at Charlotte Flair in like in a wrestling mind, like Charlotte's the babyface here, right?
Yeah.
Like in theory, Charlotte is the babyface, right? Remember when she came back from the Rumble and she was about to cut that heartfelt promo and the crowd just booed her, right? We're talking about a woman that is legit going through like personal matters, right? You know what I mean? She did that Sherry Shepherd episode, I think that morning, talking about like she didn't want to be like her father. Like she felt like a failure that she's going through her third divorce. You know what I mean? Like you can tell, like, and then you're talking that you've had a year and a half long injury. You know what I mean? Like that does absolutely something to your mental. She's one of those like she can't hide her expression. She, you know what I mean? She wears her emotion on the sleeve, right? Do I think it was the right thing for Tiffany to take it there? You know, the game is the game, I guess, right? If anything, it took that feud from cold to where it is right now.
One of the most talked about ones.
Am I fully anticipating watching Triple H walk down to the ramp and then going up to the ring announcer and be like, "Ring the bell"? You know what I mean? The Vegas screw job? Absolutely. I think we're going there.
Yo.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Oh my God, the Sin City screw job. Listen, man.
Come on, bro.
Here's where I am with this though. So the segment was a lot. Like that's, and I didn't see it live. So I had saw it in like after like all of the social media reactions and you know, just you know, and you know, not to you know keep beating the dead horse, but Charlotte drew a lot of heat when she ran up on Tiffany, you know, about what that's now 4 weeks ago in Philly. You know what I mean? So here's where I am now. I feel like Tiffany started to just twist the knife. She just started to twist and twist and twist. The knife was already in there. I'm like, I think she's twisting a bit too much. And I get that maybe on the live via satellite segment from what 2 weeks before that. Charlotte may have went off script. Now, as somebody that like takes jobs and tries to have a respect for the people before you and all of these things, like I probably could have cooled off at a little shit. I know what she did at this. I mean, if I'm somebody like Tiffy, what I'm saying is, you know, as a person that kind of finds themselves in positions like this often, right? Just not in pro wrestling. You might take a jab, you might get a little chippy, but like sometimes, like, you know, you gotta, all right, I get you later. However, in this business, later is next week or 2 weeks from now, right? But I just feel like Tiffy just started to turn that knife a little bit too much. especially once we got to 0-3. Now, once we got to 0-3, I'm like, God damn.
Good God.
Again, very wrestling shit. It's very wrestling. Very wrestling. You know what I mean? Start shooting, but it's very wrestling.
I don't mean to cut you off.
Yeah.
Nigga, the 0-3, the third person is in catering. As you're saying that,
that's what
I
I'm
know
trying
everybody
to
looked at this nigga Andrade crazy.
That's what I'm saying. He probably
Andrade eat chips, and he just sitting there and everyone looked at him like, huh?
And I know Charlotte probably was like, all right, now you drawing what I got. Right. And we know that like Kaiser and Tiffy not no on-camera couple like that, you know, they don't violate for each other, none of that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So she just was like, I'm gonna just and I don't know. You know what I mean? It's a tough business. Charlotte been in this for a little while and da-da-da. What I will say is though, and I have a lot more in the segment, I ain't gonna stay there, but what I will say is that I think but based upon the fact that we got that little social media moment, I think we've had some counsel. I think we've come to an understanding. I think we're gonna have a great match. I think it's gonna be dope. I think in a lot of people's minds and a lot of casuals' minds, like that's where certain things are. But based on the little social media segment thingy, I think it's been a little bit of back and forth, some phone calls, and some, you know, some people in between, some maybe a couple of agents, and yeah, I think we've come to understanding, and I think everything is everything. However, they're gonna have a good ass match, and they're gonna leave it all in the ring. But I do think they are willing to work with each other this weekend and put on a good match. However, I'm going back and forth on my prediction.
Hey, bro,
I need a couple receipts, baby. Just a couple.
Bro, Brett and Sean sat down and ironed out a whole match.
No, yeah.
But as conversation, you feel me? Like
I'm with you. Yeah, I would like to think we're in a healthier day. You know what I mean? The 90s was very scattered, but it's still nasty behind Gorilla. So
it's nasty,
and it gets nastier in the ring sometimes, depending. You know, so let's see, man. Let's listen the fuck in, man. Again, very exciting, intriguing stuff. This card is by no means boring or ass.
Oh man, I know when the messiness got involved because I like yourselves, I didn't see it the night of. I saw it the next morning when I just kept seeing people say 0-3, and I was like, what does 0-3 mean? I'm confused. And then I looked up and saw the segment, and hey man, my mouth dropped. I was like, I was like, man, this is very
like
personal.
She made her that mad. She made her that mad. Like, damn, like.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, Charlotte been doing this for how long? Like, she's been doing this a long time, right? A really long time. She's been in the ring with the absolute best. Like, it's more telling that Charlotte still gets rattled by the fact of like she got rattled by the crowd and she got rattled by Tiffany, but not negating the fact we got to remember Charlotte absolutely was trying to bully Tiffany into something, absolutely. Right? You know what I mean? Like Charlotte was making it more like it was like she was devaluing Tiffany like in front of us, right? Like there's it's like that trope in wrestling, like you never make your opponent any lesser because that's a reflection on you. If you go on a mic and be like, yo, my opponent can't do nothing to me, and then that opponent doesn't do anything to you, why do I need to pay my money to watch that match unfold? You've confirmed everything that you've told me. You're not standing up for yourself, right? Tiffany absolutely had to do what she had to do. Whether those discussions between the two of them actually took place about what was to be said, right? You know what I mean? Like the whole thing where she said the 0-3, then dropped the mic and rolled out. Yo, ain't nobody trying to get into a fight.
Nah, she got out there quick.
Nobody trying to get into a fight, man.
She knew what was coming after that.
That exit was crazy.
But just think if the segment went off the way it was supposed to. I think we're still in the same position where this match doesn't really make any noise, right? Tiffany absolutely had to go that route. It's just, to me, mind-boggling that Charlotte Flair is still in a state where, like, the crowd got her to a point where she looked as frazzled as she did, and the best comeback that she could have to Tiffany Stratton was to bring up a relationship that doesn't happen on TV.
That the only people who know about is if you're in the know. That's about it. Nobody casually knows like what that meant. Not at all. My man Chaz has been eating up, man.
Chaz, what you got, bro?
My niggas, what I tell y'all all the fucking time. Huh? Violence and pettiness makes the world go round. And around and around and around. And around and around. In a healthy sense.
Yeah, had to put that caveat, I see.
Yeah. Listen, I don't blame Tiffany because I previously had said before that they were keeping the handcuffs on Tiffany for some odd reason. And that's what was the most perplexing thing about all of this, because I'm like, because what is the reason? Like, why? Because I'm not gonna look at Charlotte any differently. I'm still gonna look at Charlotte, top 5 girl alive, top 10, however you want to go, women's, wherever you want to put her. She's up in those conversations. So there's nothing you trying to uplift Charlotte doesn't do anything for me. It isn't gonna do anything for this shit. It's gonna, like you said, Scott, why the hell would I care about that match if I already know you're gonna lose anyway? You're just filler at this point. So I don't fully blame Tiffany, but I am happy, like I said, Tiffany had to do what Tiffany had to do, because Charlotte won't go help you. Clearly, creative ain't trying to help you. Or I could flip it, don't act it. Maybe this is your sink or swim moment. This is your real test to see if you really can hold the chip without stuff in your corner. However you want to look at it, however you feel about it, we all saw that for some reason. This is not the same Tiffany Stratton that was beefing with Becky. This is not the same Tiffany Stratton that clawed her way up to that title. I don't know who this version is. So it had to be done. Whether it's right or wrong, left or right, hey, that's between the lines, whatever the case may be. Was it funny? Goddamn right. That shit was a fucking Scud missile. And ooh, that's a good ass point. I'm sorry. Charlotte, being who Charlotte is, the titles, the chips, the manias, the feuds, the battles, part of the 4 horsewomen, all this shit. You've been through it all. On top of that, you've survived. You survived your own 3, but you survived a lot of the shit life has thrown you. You survived being Ric Flair's daughter. You survived losing your brother. You've survived a lot. So you know how to get through shit. You know how to be strong. Maybe, and it's not necessarily, I'm not necessarily saying it's always the best thing, because when you're strong, you hold a lot in. But what I'm saying is that you've been through the fire, you came out. So to see her so bothered and so confused by the boos, somebody that invites this type of energy, man, that was telling this fuck. And also now it's like, oh, okay, maybe Charlotte doesn't win, because this flipped. That whole moment flipped. But for the 0-3, that moment right there, her getting razzled, somebody who we think is upper echelon, that knows how to handle the shit, they had you shaking in your motherfucking boots. So it needed to happen. How we got there was, funny, but it needed to happen, and they've executed it, like you said, Lo. Maybe some conversations happen, I'm pretty sure. But at the end of the day, niggas got to make money. I mean, it's a business. We got to salvage this. So do what y'all got to do, and they did for the most part. So we'll see what happens now at Mania. But that was definitely a hellacious recovery that had to get a little darkly personal for the betterment of our enjoyment.
Your predictions, gentlemen.
Whoo!
Shit, man.
Wade Barrett won.
Let's
do this.
Shout out to Wade Barrett, man.
Yo, I'm going with Charlotte to be a screw job. Yeah,
I'm going with Charlotte.
I was just gonna go with Charlotte just winning. I don't know about screw job, but yeah.
I'm going with Charlotte too.
You know what, man? Give me some chaos. Let's go. I'm going Tiffany.
Either this match is gonna be like the greatest match this whole weekend, or this is gonna be terrible. Like there's no middle. To this.
Let down.
Over under.
Down.
Yeah.
Over under 3.5 moonsaults. Over under, gentlemen. What y'all think?
Oh, nigga, this is about to be Will Ospreay Ricochet. The flip's gonna be crazy.
Give me that hippie shit.
Flippy shit.
You know what I mean? Yes, sir.
Yo,
Yeah.
Tiffany might bust out a tope con hilo like as soon as Charlotte's making an entrance, man. We might, straight off the gate.
They might outrun Ray and El Grande.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
And that's for the marbles. So,
yeah, that's a match. It can't be no misses in that match. Not one.
Bro. It can't.
Them interests is gonna be fired too.
I do want to be respectful of everybody's time. I know, I know, young Nolo has to get to bed soon. Because he's got and we still got a
it's
whole.
not 9 o'clock. we good. We cooking, man. We
Okay, yeah, I just I'm looking out.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah.
I'm forgetting it's not on Sunday.
3:30 comes early.
It comes quick, man. It comes quick. So I was just I'm gonna keep that in mind. World Heavyweight Championship, the Ring General Gunther against main event Jey Uso. When I tell you, oh yeah, man, throw with the Imperium. You know what I mean? Boom.
I miss Imperium, man.
Yeah, me too, bro. Me too.
Hey,
I was watching.
Yo, dog, we used to stand up and just play the music during the pod.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I was watching Fat Walter in WXW, man. Like,
oh yeah, good shit. The good shit.
Yeah. He is semi-main event, Jey Uso. That is right.
Yeah, there we go.
Semi-main.
There we go.
Hey, real honest question. Honest question for y'all, man. Is Jey Uso the most polarizing challenger to a world championship?
Is he what?
In quite some time.
The most polarizing challenger to a world champion
that I can think of.
In some time, yeah.
It's been a while.
Daniel Bryan had a lot of scrutiny.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Coming into 30 and that's coming out. Excuse me. Or pause rather. I don't, whatever. But yeah, I think it's some time. Maybe since the GOAT.
Did y'all watch that episode or did y'all watch that interview Gunther did with Ariel Helwani?
I saved it. I still gotta watch it.
I haven't seen it yet, no.
Yeah, I watched it, man. Like I felt like it was very I don't know, like I feel like Gunther is a student of the game. So like he wasn't gonna give Ariel everything, you know what I mean? But like his tone and verbiage, the way he was talking about like this match in particular, like in a weird way, it felt like like he was disappointed that this is his Mania match, right? And I think that's if that's genuinely how he feels, like he brought up like he would have preferred it to be like Cena or Punk or Seth, but him and Jay, they two different types of wrestlers, right? Like this is literally pro wrestling, sports entertainment. That's what this whole match is. It's pro wrestling, sports entertainment. The purest niggas against the casuals, right? You know what I mean? Like this is the perfect blend, right? I think the spotlight is going to be heavy on Jey Uso in this match, right? Only because I think he's the most visual when it comes to like where his position is on the card. That's why last night I gauged the temperature a little bit and I asked the question, what if Jay doesn't win this match? You know what I mean? What if Jay, like that is 100% a real possibility. Like I don't think it's a concrete decision that Jey Uso is winning this match.
That man could go 0-4 against Gunther. 0-4.
And I think last night was the most telling part of me agreeing with that.
Right. Just because oh no. Because like I said, it's a from what Jey Uso brings into WWE, going back to the initial conversation about what this WrestleMania is, Jey Uso brings in WWE a lot of money. You know what I mean? That people are going to be that his interest is going to be a memorable one. If the crowd does what they're supposed to do, it's going to be a memorable main entrance.
Yep.
If he loses, they still have that merch. They still have them chants, right? Jey Uso does not need the world title to do that. I'm going to be sad for Jey Uso if that's the route they go. And that's where, like, my question about if Jey Uso loses this match, does that eliminate the faith that people have in WWE booking? Because people want this. You know what I mean? Like, people want Jey Uso to be the world heavyweight champion. So if they went the route and they're like, nah, we're going to keep it on Gunther. We're going to keep Jey. Jey is just going to be, like, that player that, like, we can thrust in main events, but, like, he's not the guy. He's not going to be our world champion. Does that make people lose faith in the creative booking in WWE from a casual fan?
I was gonna ask, like, is it really like that? I know we call him like one of the most polarizing like challengers in a while, but if he doesn't win, is it really looked at? Is it really gonna be looked at as a decision that wasn't good?
Yeah,
like it was a bad decision if he doesn't win.
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think I only say that, or I may have misinterpreted your question. What was the question again?
No, it's just like if he, I guess me personally, like I know there's like me, like when me and you be talking and shit, like I see the people that are clearly against this whole idea of Jey Uso, 100% against it, and want him to lose. So I guess that's why I'm asking, like, isn't there, like, I know he has a bunch of momentum, he has hella support, he has the best interests in the company, and everyone, it does seem like everyone wants him to win, but it just seems like also there is a strong side that would be totally happy if he loses. So that's why I'm asking, like, is it really like that of an indictment on WWE if he doesn't win?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Only from the perspective of, like, as we always say, social media not real, right? If Jey Uso loses, I can guarantee that would suck the wind out of the crowd in Vegas. Because I think people want that. They want the post-match celebration. You know what I mean? Like, like Jey Uso winning, that celebration is gonna be crazy. It's gonna be nuts.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
So imagine he loses. Like, I just don't see the moment. I see the crowd just like fading away.
I mean, good thing the main event is after that.
Yeah, that might kill Yeet Mania. It just might kill Yeet Mania.
Yeah.
Oh, kill Yeet Mania. Oh, okay. Then I can agree with. Yeah.
It might be a really slow kill to Yeet Mania. Here's where I am with this with the Jey thing. I think Jey Uso wins this match.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, did Jey Uso won the title on Raw against Braun Breaker? Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
You are correct. Yes.
Let's go back to about February 2024, where Jey Uso first confronts then IC title holder and longest reigning at that time, Gunther. And the conversation that they have. Right then and there, that was a particular type of test. That was a moment. Like, that segment got a lot of fucking positive reactions. Now, before the match took place, we all know what happened in the match, right? But that segment was fire. And it was like, went viral, highly rated. Like, well, I know what you're doing, cuz 800 days, Us. Like, he was talking that shit to him. And it was like, okay, like maybe Jey, like, maybe he might be somebody for like a purist motherfucker like Gunther. Just from that, like, them cutting against each other. You know what I mean? At the time, and Kaiser was in the ring with him. But I'm like, yo, like, I don't think Jey gonna beat Gunther though, but it looks great. Looks cool. Now he's a Royal Rumble winner. I think everything that happened with Jimmy was, that was very pressing to what we might see on Saturday. And getting that, Jey Uso been wearing all black ever since that moment. I think he wins this match, man. I think Gunther winning this match effectively like starts to kill Yeet Mania, man. And if Jey Uso wins this match, it just keeps that party alive for so much longer. And he's a world champion at this point, which I think he probably deserves to be. So yeah, man. But it's going to be probably about a good like a match that approaches about 20 minutes. We might get a bit technical. Hopefully, Jey can display some. You know what I mean? Hopefully he can get a little, he gets busy. You know what I mean? We know who he is, but let's see, man. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't I don't see nothing but Jey winning this match without a doubt. Now, with that being said, only because of, and I'm not wishing this on Jey at all, but you got to get that moment. If you want to, because you check off so many boxes. If you have that moment, you check off your TKO, your business box because you want to move merch, you want to get money. Boom. You check off your casual fan box because, again, that's more money. And again, that's something they can relate to. And that's something they can keep coming back to as it grows. Boom. And you check out your For the Street box because people who have been with Jey all the way back when and to now, it's a rare space when you can check off all three. So, yeah, to your point, it would be one egregious decision if Gunther wins. Egregious. Everybody, I love Gunther. Gunther is my dog. That is my guy.
Hey,
there's no way he wins that match. I feel like I sound like Nolo. There's no way.
I would also like to preface this with, I agree with y'all. I was just asking a question.
Oh no! I'm sorry.
I don't know, man. The way you asked it was like you were like, "Is it really that bad if the nigga loses?"
I was trying to be compelling. You play devil's advocate all the time. I can't do it.
Let me run that back. It wasn't to go against that. I was answering Scott's question about would it be bad booking. That's where I was going to.
Nigga, Nolo was like, it ain't gonna be
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. The Scud Missile was not at you at all.
I was asking, engaging a good question.
It's a misfire. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
Hey, look, man. I would love to see the footage of like Triple H telling Jey he not winning.
Yo, Chaz, funny as shit for laughing like.
Yo,
that's
dog.
crazy.
Yeah, well,
he called it Roman. He called it Roman immediately.
Yeah, I just want to let you know we're gonna go in a different direction.
He said he called it Roman.
Nah, fuck Roman. He going right to Dwayne. Hey, cuz. Hey, cuz. Hey, cuz. Get your man. Get your man.
Sure, you about to see the Yeet crowd in New Japan after that.
Oh my god.
Come on, man.
Right.
Oh, now my final prediction: Jey Uso winning the world title, man. It has to happen.
Wait, you got Jey Uso in the G1?
I got
oh
Jey.
My. Jey in the G1 is crazy, bro.
Jey in the J1.
J1.
Yes.
I'm gonna get you, cuz.
Oh,
Get you, cuz.
I love that nigga Jey, man. I love him so much, man.
main event of night one for Paul Heyman's love. Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Philip. You know what I mean?
For the love of Paul Heyman.
It's for the love of Paul Heyman, man. Paul Heyman is a manipulative ass nigga, dog. Like everything Paul Heyman does is just the nastiest work. Like he knows what he's doing. Like Paul knows exactly what he's doing. With that being said, my final prediction in this match is Seth Rollins. I really do think Seth needs this win more than anybody.
Yeah.
Oh man, you see how excited he was talking about I acknowledge you.
That nigga had the nerve. He had the nerve last night to look shocked. of Roman Reigns being mad at. Like, nigga, what do you think is happening?
Right.
Yo, he mushed them.
Hey,
Mushed them, dog.
Hey, man. Don't nobody want to be second best. Nobody wants to be our second choice. Second choice. Who the hell wants to be the second choice?
Y'all remember that movie When Fools Fall in Love?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I do.
The Frankie Lyman joint. Yeah, this is this story. This is this.
Right, the three different baby. Yep.
Yeah, that's Paul is Frankie, man. Paul is Frankie.
Oh man,
absolutely. And the teenagers.
Hey,
wow.
How happy are you? How happy are you for Phil finally getting this in the main event?
I am happy for Phil, man. Even if you listen back to episode where we laughed at how Kevin Owens was a 2-time main event WrestleMania main eventer, and he was the one. But I am happy for CM Punk, man. He does deserve it. I think he should. It's his time to at least get that. He's not winning. He's not winning, but it's good that he got it.
Yo, I heard some rumblings, man. This might be Roman's last.
Really?
Yeah, I've been hearing some rumblings. Don't quote me on it. I've heard some things.
I mean, I don't want to go too off on a tangent. Just real quick, is there anything left for him?
I think the biggest thing would be the Rock joint, but I think I don't know. I don't know if that's
enough.
If Roman was to walk away right now, he's a Hall of Famer. The career's already solidified,
without a doubt.
Solidified.
Yeah. The only thing I can see Roman doing right now in this career is being like the Taker, like pops up at the bigger shows. Maybe 1-2 Saudi shows a year, definitely the Mania match. But yeah, like if this was the end, sure, I would not in a different circumstance, I wouldn't even put it past if this was Punk's last match. I don't think that's gonna happen,
well, yeah. Because you got what you wanted, ultimately. This is what title, no title. You always wanted the main event. This was the last check.
You choked out Jack Perry for this.
That's why we always say,
yeah, you good.
Thank you, Jack Perry.
Thank you, Jack Perry.
Man, what a butterfly effect that was, huh?
Oh my God. Thank you, Wembley Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, man. You know what? Fuck it. Give me Punk.
You going with Phil?
Give me Phil? Okay. Give me Phil, man. Give me Phil.
I think I'm gonna go with Seth.
That's a safe bet. That's probably.
I think I'm gonna definitely go with Seth, and I feel like he needs it.
I agree.
Look, Seth and Jay Uso, like Seth being Jay's first opponent post going through, that's a money match.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You ain't gotta do much with that. It's history right there.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't gotta do much.
That's hard.
Nolo, you seem like the type to go against the grain. You look like you're gonna pick Roman.
You out your fucking mind. No sirree, Bob. I was sitting here thinking, is it Seth or is it Phil? I just think the lasting image of night one is a laughing Paul Heyman and Seth that they got over on everybody, because it's not past Paul Heyman to turn on somebody, to go with the hotter hand and the better for his interest. And so, but
and that could set up a 101 at SummerSlam. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, you good. I'm gonna go with Punk.
My man.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Okay. I'm right there with you. I'm right with you, Chaz.
My
man.
Let's hit that quick time with night two. You know what I mean? Night two is what people think night one is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's a few matches I don't give a fuck about.
Damn about, right? Seth and Roman.
Oh, that's hard.
Okay, yeah, Seth, yeah. Roman got to run. Roman got to run that fade with Seth. Yeah, they got to run that fade. They got to run that fade.
I need that. We definitely need that. Okay, so Rock and Roman and Seth.
Nigga, fuck Rock and Roman. Give me Roman and Seth.
Give me Seth.
Seth and Roman. They be going at this too long. It gotta happen.
Yeah, that's for the streets. That's for the streets. Yeah. You're right.
Women's Tag Team Championship. Liv, Raquel, Bailey, Lyra. I think this is gonna be a sleeper match. But my money's on Liv and Raquel.
That is also my money. It's with Liv and Raquel.
They're gonna retain.
Yeah.
So like,
cause like what
Bailey's gonna turn, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
So that's why I got them winning, because I think my mind is seeing Bailey and Lyra win, and then they do the whole championship tag team storyline, where one turns and then they fight it out somewhere else.
Yo, I'm
only to bring heat towards and uplift, because right now it's not much happening with the international intercontinental title. That would do it. So that's why I got them winning.
I don't know, but like I know we're saying Bailey, but like the Dark Phoenix, Lyra, Valkyrie, come on, bro. Like,
that,
yeah,
even that,
she needs
I see you.
That would work. Okay,
I'm not against it.
Shit, call her like the Black Swan or something. Yeah, I mean, like,
yeah,
that'll work.
At the end of the day, Liv and Raquel.
Yeah, Liv and Raquel walking out with those top.
Yeah.
In a match that I really don't care about, to be honest with you, Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest.
Oh, that's not even what I thought she was gonna say, but I still agree with you.
Oh, wow.
Drew.
Hey, look,
Drew.
Drew needed. Yeah, Drew needs this.
I'm going.
He should win based on what happened last year.
Yeah,
at the top of fucking night too.
You gonna do that? You gonna do that man dirty again?
Yeah, that says a lot.
I can't have back-to-back years like that, man.
That says a lot.
Stupid. Yeah, I can't. Like,
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.
I don't. Yeah, I don't have the
I just want to say that was one of my favorite. That was one of my favorite moments of the weekend. Was watching my man be so sad. When Drew lost.
This that type of bullshit why Athena's gonna lose tomorrow.
Whoa. Why are you bringing up such negativity?
You bringing up past promise, man. Let that shit go. That was last year.
Yeah. It brought us together.
Did it?
Yeah.
I've said it multiple times, man. Like, I just will never forget, like, the shock. And then hearing in my ear somebody be like, boom! And it's my girl.
Personally, my favorite part. Personally, my favorite.
I was like, you too? What? My love. Is this the knife you put in my heart? Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh boy.
So
she was
going in. She was going, bro. I was shocked.
She was going in.
Damn, what you do to her?
Nothing.
Yeah, she didn't do anything.
She was chill up until that entire moment. I was like, when did you stand up?
And this is where you stand? This right now?
It was heartbreaking, man.
Beautiful.
So we all say Drew.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Drew. Another
AJ
match
Styles.
I don't give a better.
AJ Styles, Logan Paul.
Another match I don't care about.
Hey man, can we have an honest conversation real quick about how AJ got a terrible Mania track record?
Mm-hmm.
That
Shinsuke hurts my heart every day.
Every fucking day, bro.
As we talked about, the best match AJ Styles had at Mania is Shane McMahon.
Crazy.
Shane McMahon.
And shout out to Shane. Shout out to Shane. But what?
Bro, you know I completely forgot AJ and Randy Orton had a match?
I forgot that.
At Mania?
I forgot.
Oh shit.
Look at this. All collectively forgetting.
They did WWE, man.
Ooh, we.
Hey, look, man. if AJ want to sign that 1-year deal with All Elite Wrestling, I ain't gonna be mad at him. I ain't gonna be mad, bro.
Not here.
Let my man do his thing.
I got AJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope so. The fuck? I hope.
Hey,
shit,
what
right?
that man Cross says, I need you to win.
Like, no, we really do need you to win.
Dog, shout out to Karrion Kross, nigga. He been carrying this whole feud single-handedly.
Yeah.
Like,
Karrion Kross been cooking forever.
if they had just made this match AJ and Karrion, I would not have been mad. I would have been cool with it.
That'd be dope, yeah.
And we all know Trips really want to do it. He loves Karrion Kross.
Shit, nigga, I love Karrion Kross. He killing it right now.
I mean, now I do.
Yeah, he's doing great. He's doing great work.
Hey,
yeah.
when Adam Cole was out here barring him up, we won't feel in that way.
It's because he was bald, man. You can't respect a nigga looking like that. Like,
I mean, it was a bar though.
Oh, look.
It was a bar.
Cut him up clean.
Oh,
this is not listed here, but Randy Orton will have a match. It's just a determine like who he will be having the match against. So I'm not. That's the prediction: Randy Orton or the mystery opponent. We might find out Friday. We might find out Sunday. But what's your prediction for this match?
Randy Orton.
I mean, the layup would be Nick, right? You know, and we will all be happy with that. But I think I've seen somebody say the guy we just mentioned, Karrion Kross, randomly, but I guess that's not gonna happen. Damn, I can't think. It was somebody else that was good, but I mean, I just feel like Nick Aldis would be the perfect choice. Somebody said Melo, but then I'm like, all right, well, is he gonna lose again? So no, I'm good on that.
Yeah, he will.
Mania? Nah, hell no.
He will lose again.
Yeah, exactly. He will. So no, I'm okay if it's Nick Aldis. I can't think of nobody else off the top of my head.
Low.
I would love to see Rusev come back here.
Rusev Day.
Nigga, I'll get up. I don't know where we're gonna be at. I'll get up real quick. I ain't trying to see that right now. Like, I'm good.
No, you give me Randy. Either way, give me Randy. You know what I mean? But I don't know. You know what I mean? Do we get Nick Aldis? I don't know, but yeah, give me Randy. And I'm interested to see what this backlash shit is about because you know he on the board.
Oh yeah, that's why I feel like Randy has to win. Like,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like? Is it out of? Is Sammy hurt? Like, is Sammy saying like? Is he like? Like,
that's a good question.
Hurt?
I don't think he is hurt. I think he's just.
I can see it being Sammy then.
That's
okay.
good. That's a good job.
Work with me too.
That's a good job.
Because at first I was like, Aleister Black, but then you don't want Randy losing that, and then you don't want Aleister taking the L. So it's better that
L. God damn,
insane.
God damn,
insane. But I'm gonna go with Randy.
Yeah, because AJ Randy was 35. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, right after 34. Y'all forgot all about that shit.
Exactly. Niggas, AJ cursed.
Growing up, man. Yeah. And the thing is like AJ was cool. He won at 34. The match just didn't live up to, you know what I mean? And then we got the heel turn. It was like, but they built it up like a motherfucker to kind of give us a fucking You know what I mean? Like I won't say it was a nothing burger, but the patty wasn't really cooked all like that. It wasn't. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a good smash burger at all. You know what I mean?
It wasn't seasoned. It wasn't.
No.
Seasoned.
No. Yeah.
And they forgot tomato.
Yeah, bro.
Damn, that's when that AJ and Shinsuke is when the Shinsuke washed allegations started to come about.
Yeah, like this ain't Wrestle Kingdom 9, nigga.
Yeah, nobody was blaming AJ for that match. Everybody was like, "Nigga, what are you on?"
Right.
Remember how hyped we were?
Oh, bro.
Especially when Shinsuke won the Rumble and he said who he was gonna face. Oh man,
South Philadelphia night.
That is a cursed Mania because Asuka lost her streak.
Yeah,
that was the.
Yeah, the Superdome get gully. We're gonna see what it's looking like next year. Hopefully, when we back in the building.
Hey,
nigga,
it's all good, man.
Might be scary. It might be scary hours then too.
Asuka should have lost in NXT anyway.
We know, nigga. To Ember Moon.
Die on that hill.
Intercontinental Championship, Braun Breaker, Penta, Finn, Dominic. I'm actually very looking forward to this match, man.
You know, this is one of those matches where anyone can win, and I'm totally fine with it.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
this is actually. I'm like, I don't care. I mean, I think it would be very entertaining, and whatever the result is, I rock with it.
Dog, that Penta entrance is gonna be magical.
Oh man! Oh my god!
Hey man, I need to get the swag walk the entire way. The entire way to
the whole time. Take a breather, swag. Take a breather, swag. Take all the time you need, baby. We here for you.
Hey,
I need Braun come dressed as Scott Steiner. Like he needs like the 99 Scott Steiner with the spray paint.
Yes.
Yeah, with the chain.
I was about to say you need to say
the chain joint. Yeah.
I like it.
That's funny.
Braun, that bull.
I need Dominic Mysterio to come out looking like Eddie for real.
Low Rider.
Oh, Rider.
Yeah, I need to Latino.
Would live in the passenger. Come on.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I need Finn to look like he want to be there. That's what I need from Finn, man. I just need Finn. Just let me know that.
Depends what they tell him. Depends what they tell him in the back.
Yeah, just let me know. Let me know you still got it in you, bro. Like you
can tell he checked out, man. Like listen.
This is last chance. This nigga last opportunity, man.
This is like, damn.
It's Prince, bro. Like, come on.
This is tough to see because you was supposed to be up there. You was supposed to be up. We were all rooting for you.
We were rooting for you.
We were rooting for you. Damn. And it's not all his fault, obviously, but shit, boy.
Hey, man, it's only a few more times you start before you can, gotta look. You gotta look in the mirror and hold yourself accountable, nigga. Your shoulder popped out 10 years ago.
Damn. Popped out. It's gonna you got pop out.
Look.
Oh man, that man gonna be singing "Man in the Mirror."
Yeah, look, Seth got cooked knees, and look where he's at. The main event.
Seth being the main event involved. Last year he put the fucking shield fit back. That shit was crazy.
Come on, man.
He need this, John. He been running too many gambits.
Nigga Finn out here. Nigga Finn out here dressed like a puppet, losing the edge. Come on, bro. That's your legacy right now.
Didn't he throw a ladder in his face?
Come
on. Yo, what match did we leave when we was watching Mania Dave and Buster's? What match was it the Edge?
Oh, it was Edge and AJ.
Yeah. He's like, we can just go back to the hotel, bro. We don't.
Yeah.
Let's watch this at the current.
Missed the whole portion of the card. Yeah, it was.
That bitch was logged in.
But yeah, my final pick is Dominic. I think Dominic has earned this.
I'm ready. I'm with you. I'm right there.
I think he's earned this title, man.
Man, I'm with you. I was hoping none of y'all was gonna pick him because that's who I was gonna pick. But You know what? I know we were slandering him just a second ago. Finn Balor. Yep.
Okay.
Finn
I
Balor.
would be supportive of that as well.
Hey man, it's all good. Cause we all know how this goes for us. Like we picking right now, but then when we like really pick, when we in the group chat.
Oh, yeah, this is for sure.
Yes, I forgot.
2 more matches, man. 2 more matches.
Hey,
Bianca, Rhea, Io, triple threat match.
Yeah, I got Sable winning. No, I'm joking.
Oh wow.
this nigga said,
oh wow.
Yeah, give me
Thou shall
Bianca,
not be
man.
named wife. He got fruit stacks?
Yeah, man.
What kind?
Oh, man.
This is the.
I was about to say something. I was about to say something crazy.
Where your mind at, man? What's going on, brother?
I'll text it. Don't let
your Guna thoughts take over, dog.
We having a wholesome conversation about fruit snacks. Nigga Nolo, like, yo, let's go left.
I was ready. I was ready, bro. I'm not even gonna lie.
Hey, you are.
Okay, bro.
Crying, bro.
Yes, sir.
Because who else has them?
Sir.
Oh man. Oh, I'm just happy. I'm so proud of myself. Yeah, it was about to just blur it out, and I was like, you know what? That's not the thing to say.
I understand that. I get it. I've been there, but no, that's not it.
Exactly. That's why I was like, that's not the thing to say.
I bought these. Woo! Wild stuff.
How y'all feel about this match, man?
It's a lot.
That's a great question.
It's a lot going on. I feel like Bianca wins this match.
Bro.
I do, because I feel like things, based on what we were saying about a particular women's match on night 1, I think makes that much more of a possibility. I don't know if I wanted to see a triple threat match. I started coming around to the idea of it, but one thing I wasn't too crazy about is kind of like the EO disregarding here. And I love both my I love my dogs. These are my top 2 women in the company. Excuse me. These are like my top, like these 3 women are in my top 5 women in the company, right? Let's just put it like that. But it's like I really and it's not to write off Io or anything, and I'm really happy for her capturing the title on television. But I really thought that this was the moment for Rhea Bianca 1-on-1. I'm not going, I'm not complaining. But just for the lineage of the title, I just thought that it would have been, and I just thought it was time for that, like it was time to cash in on that 1-on-1 match. But I don't know. Something tells me that Io might win this match, right? The mark in me might want to see Io win because how she's been treated, right? Going back to your mark and your, kind of like your wrestling brain. But yeah, man, yeah, man. Give me Bianca, man, for the title.
Okay. This is where I stand. Bianca is who I want to win because I want her WrestleMania streak to continue to mean something. Because I want her, because I want whoever to beat her for it to be like something big because she is Mrs. WrestleMania and shit. I just kind of think that someone's gonna cost her to not win, and then Io picks up the W and wins. It retains.
N-A-O.
yes. Yes, her.
Yeah.
Our wonderful Black Queen Naomi. Yes, that's how I'm trying to go back and forth with it, but I think I'm just safely gonna pick Bianca because that's what I want.
So you think? So Naomi, not Naomi, Bianca's taking the pin.
No, I think Bianca gonna win. That's what I'm going with. My final answer is Bianca winning. I'm gonna go with my heart. My mind is Bianca not winning.
See, I love when you go with your heart because that's when you lose.
Oh man,
yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm going with Io. Like Lo said, I think the way Io has been like kind of like disregarded, and I also feel like this also officially kicks off next year being Bianca and Rhea. So I like the idea like that Io gets the win and it allows her to keep going with her title run, but now we're setting up something bigger with Bianca and Rhea. I do think Naomi or Jade will get involved in this match because we got to remember Bianca is technically still a SmackDown star, right? And yeah, you can say that the brand split don't count, but Bianca has to run back the thing going on with Naomi and Jade, right? So I think that's the big summer program for Bianca is against Naomi. And I just think that Io retains. Yeah, that's my pick.
I mean, so not to cut you off, Chaz, my bad. But Bianca can't win, and then Naomi be her first opponent.
No.
Oh, okay.
Because Naomi winning Money in the Bank.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And Naomi cashes in on Io.
Oh, can we get a glow briefcase? That'd be dope.
Oh man.
Nah, bro.
Awesome briefcase.
Briefcase wrapped in the caution tape.
Oh, the caution tape. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
So
but yeah, that's my route. Naomi wins Money in the Bank, cashes in on Io. Bianca beats Naomi for the title. Bianca, Rhea, New Orleans.
Which is even better for the lineage of the title.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I feel you.
And I'll be there.
Yes, we getting there. We putting orders in early. As soon as this shit is over.
I don't know what it is, but these West Coast joints, I just be like, nah.
Yeah.
I have a similar end goal, but I have Bianca winning with Naomi help. That gets us down to Naomi cashing in on Bianca at when's Money in the Bank?
It's before SummerSlam.
June, early July.
Yeah. It's July.
It's after SummerSlam, right?
No, it's before.
Man, can Philly get that? That would be dope. I don't know if they announced it, but
so Money in the Bank is before SummerSlam.
Yes.
Yeah. So I have Naomi winning Money in the Bank and cashing in on Bianca at SummerSlam.
I like it.
I like it.
And gentlemen, the main event. Cody Rhodes, John Cena. 17 on the line with this one, boys.
Awesome.
Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that this heel turn with John Cena has been what I thought it was going to be, but goddamn it, I'm loving it. I'm loving it, right? And we got to factor in a few things with the decision of this prediction. John Cena has a series of shows that he is now booked on going forward. I think he's on from April to June. I think maybe he misses 2 weeks of television. Right? But this is where the question begins. Do you give John Cena 17 or do you keep going with Cody Rhodes as the WWE? Because you can truthfully do Cody, Randy Orton at Backlash, right? But God damn it, man. Like, I want to see John Cena and Randy Orton in St. Louis, WWE Championship. Like, that speaks to my heart, right? Do you do John Cena going with the world title all the way to like SummerSlam? Or do we get another 6 to 8 months with Cody as a champion? Does The Rock appear? There's so many questions with this. This is probably the most unpredictable match you can do and I love that. I love the fact that this is not like last year. We don't know who's gonna win. But my final prediction for this match, before y'all give me your thoughts and predictions. Actually, no. Let's see. I want to hear everybody's thoughts on the match before we give our predictions.
Oh, go ahead, Chaz.
So, look how far we've come. Yeah, I mean, this is one of those matches where, again, everything aligned perfectly, and did not to say that we couldn't get it because he was in WWE before, but this Cody and this Cena where they're at now, I would have never thought probably would have been something that could have happened maybe 5 years ago. But to see somebody like Cody put the weight on the shoulders of what it means to be a world champion, to see somebody like Cody, goddamn, not obviously mirror image, but there is a lot of inkling to him and seeing, to see the similarity, to see how he thrives under being this babyface. He robs under, he doesn't choke under the moment, and it doesn't feel fake, and it doesn't feel like he's trying to do anything. Like, this moment is just a crescendo of what the work Cody has put in, and a testament to, you know, making sure we give John Cena his flowers, but also embracing what we all wanted for a long him to be a heel turn. So, like you said, there is no right or wrong answer, because I probably was like, we're gonna ride with Cody, because again, I didn't know where this rivalry was going. I thought we was gonna miss the mark, and yet here comes the Cena we all wanted this whole time. Here comes the face-off we wanted this whole time, and then here comes the unpredictability, because we haven't seen Cena since, so we have no idea what it's gonna look like again. Like you said, we haven't seen The Rock either, so just no shenanigans are gonna come. But if I had to go pick a route, give me Cena, man. Mm-hmm. Give me motherfucking John goddamn it Earl Tyrone Cena.
Man,
Earl Tyrone.
My man made up middle names.
God damn it. Give me that.
That man's middle name is Felix.
That's why I'm at.
I forgot what the
John
other
Felix Trinidad Cena. Come on.
Felix Trinidad.
Trinidad.
Let's go, boy. Let's go.
Oh, man.
That's all right there.
Okay.
That's real shit.
Gold all of my chain.
Yo. Oh yeah, man. How many weeks has it been since the Crossroads?
About 2 weeks.
Okay. 2? Okay. Now I feel like we got a good couple of, so that's the thing here. We got a good couple of promos out of Cena. Now, again, going back to SmackDown, sort of like the first time we heard from Cody since shit was going down. I believe that's one of my favorite Cody Rhodes promos. The thing was, when we got to Monday, it seemed like he was trying to run it back, but also like remix it. And we basically had the same information. Now, it's been a while since. Say that again, Chaz.
Talking about with the belts?
Yeah. So now that we now at Go Home Week. Cena is due on Friday.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
All right. And I'm just going off this based off of just like the amount of times we've seen man, right? We've seen Cody way more. He's had certain conversations. He had a conversation with Randy. You know what I mean? I think Cena definitely wins this match, man. I don't know how this match is booked, and I don't know how it goes down, but we definitely get that record breaking 17. I'm just very interested to see how does because you know we saw how elimination looked, but like I think this could be one of the first times, and we just was watching 39, right? And we know what that felt like at the end of that, and a lot of people went home happy for 39. You know what I mean? But my thing is here, what does it look like when John Cena wins that match and like the WrestleMania, what's this? WrestleMania 41 is over, right? Like, and he's that champion. And before we roll into like the highlight video, right, that they show after every WrestleMania, Like, what is that feeling we're gonna have? I can't imagine like what that's gonna feel like yet, as you know what I mean, as a viewer of the show, but I'm interested to see. But yeah, give me Cena, man. I think that Cody does maybe go away for a bit. Not too long. I mean, he probably get the same type of like Roman situation. Yeah, but hopefully, man, I think that I think it's in our best interest as fans to see Cena get this title, especially after what happened. And I do think we need much more emphasis based on what happens on Friday. Like we're going to need like probably like 15-20 minutes of screen time with John Cena on Friday, right? In order to feel like we're getting something. And depending on how that looks, is Cody going to be there? I don't, you know. So yeah, give me Cena, but I'm very interested. I'm coming in cold on the details based on it seems like how much they've been like kind of like leaving us out to dry in these last couple of weeks in regards to this program, the most important one on the card.
Yes. As y'all have said, John Cena has smoked this heel turn, basically blaming us, telling all of us we ain't shit. He put a child on the Summer Jam screen, which is still some of the craziest shit, man. Imagine you just bought that shirt and you out here looking just like your hero, and your hero shits on you in front of the entire world.
Your hero saying you a loser.
Pretty much. And I love this. That's what I love about it. That's what made me love this shit. But you know how WrestleMania has been these last few times. We usually get one night ends kind of on a somber, sad note. One night, we all happy. Or the majority of us are happy. Like last year, The Rock and Roman defeated Seth and Cody. Cody ends up finishing the story the next night. The one before that, KO and Sammy defeat the Usos to end their historic reign, and then Cody lost. So, Cody, I think this could be another one of those times where Cody loses. Because, like you said, John got a lot of appearances coming. I'd be kind of surprised if John is on TV so much and he isn't the champion. Or they could just be fucking with us and John go on do his own thing and go on his own little side quest after he's not able to win the 17th championship. But that's not that's not what I think is gonna happen. The lasting image of night 2 will be John Felix Anthony Cena raising his 17th championship.
I agree. I think Felix Trinidad Cena definitely getting 17.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Dwayne?
Nah.
No, like, do we see him at all? Like during the weekend, Friday? What do we think about that? Travis Scott? I don't know, but I'm like, we still need
Travis
something.
Scott away.
Yeah, I mean,
I think Travis Scott's confirmed to be at Mania.
Yeah,
good.
So he definitely getting his ass kicked.
Yeah,
Yo,
good.
he needs a bump. I need him to take a bump. He gotta take one, bro.
Yep.
He definitely.
Yep.
Yeah, he definitely. The Rock.
I need Sammy to come back. I need Sammy to come back and hit him with the hula kick. That's what I need.
I'm thinking a hula kick is hilarious.
Cody might hit him with an old school power driver. You know what I mean? Like,
take him out the game.
Man,
like doing like Brock did with Hardcore Holly, just drop him.
God, right.
Yo, would it be dope? It'd be crazy if then he just grabbed him. He just was like Astro World.
Hey, yo.
Got dark there for a second.
Yeah.
No,
I should have just had him hit him with the belt, with the weight belt, man.
I was originally going to say Cody, but then Lo said something, and I think Cena winning is going to be the headlining grab that they want going out of Mania. And plus, this being like, we got to remember, this is Cena's last Mania. Like, I feel like he has to go out
on top.
Not only go out, but to celebrate being to go out celebrating being now the official record holder of the most recognized world championships at 17. So yeah, I'm going with Cena. I'm going with Cena.
Man.
Made it,
guys.
We made it. Yeah, we made it.
Yeah, man.
I don't know if we'll be together in time for NXT, but I just saw that Fraxium is going against Hank and Tank, and I just want to say I don't give a fuck about standing.
Oh, ew.
Yeah.
Ew. Damn.
When they stand and deliver? It's in the morning?
It's like 12?
It's like at 12, I think.
On Saturday?
Yeah.
12, like 12:30 or 1.
Okay, I'll be in the air.
Yeah.
I'll be
funny for that. Yeah.
Driving.
We should have seen it coming.
Charlotte.
We should have seen it. It makes sense if you think about it. We should have seen it coming.
I will be in a passenger seat.
Yo, dog. Yo, man.
Because they kept booking them. They kept highlighting them round and round and round. Yeah. You know what? Yeah.
round and round.
Round and round and round. We wanted to believe in them. Please believe in them. Please get. So here it is.
Yeah.
I had to admit that I can't. Who did they have? They even had a match like 2 weeks ago when I watched it, and I was like, "Holy shit, they're cooking!" I was like, I actually had to give them props, and I was so proud of myself that I was able to give them props because usually, when they come on TV, it's over.
Shout out to Public Enemy, man. They've earned it. They've done good. Flyboy, Rocco Rock, Johnny Grunge, like they've earned this spot.
Mm-hmm. They got their shot.
They've earned this spot.
Shout out to Public Opposition.
That's pretty good.
Shout out to them.
Oh, before we go, we'll do one prediction. We'll do the rest in the group chat. Oba Femi, Javon Evans, Trick Williams. Who do y'all got?
Damn.
Oh man.
Yeah, who do you?
Okay, so Trick's not winning because Trick doesn't win these.
Yeah, Oba retaining.
I mean, it's never too late.
I'm going with Oba. Trick doesn't win multi-man matches, even though he's usually the champion going into them. But he hasn't won a multi-man match. I don't think ever.
I'm going with Javon.
I like that.
I'm going with Javon for the surprise win.
Somebody got to, man. And bring my title.
Yeah. yeah.
Yo, Trick's funny, man. I love this. I've been loving this whole time, man.
This is black man excellence right here.
Yeah, old time.
I know Triple H is looking at this main event with disgust.
The streets telling me Trick is the leader of the state of darkness.
No, bro. No, Hikaleo. I'm telling you, man. It's not.
That would be fire.
I'm telling you.
What you call it? The women are main eventing, right? I'm pretty sure.
No.
Are 3 black men main eventing Stand and Deliver?
I would do 3 black. I would do the NXT championship.
It's Sean, so it's a chance.
If it was just, and I mean this one, if this was just Julia, Stephanie, and Jordan Grace, then I'd say that'd be the main event.
Mm.
But we all know what Jada's there for. Faith in the company from her, but we all know what she's there for.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta eat this pin, baby.
You gotta take this L, man.
You gotta take this pin.
You gotta take this L.
Give me Javon.
Okay, Javon. All right,
that's cool. We got 2 Javons.
Oba, the ruler.
Hey, look, it don't matter who wins. A black man winning. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
A black man winning. So when they win, we win.
Absolutely.
Yo, real quick.
Hey, who's in? Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Nolo. Go ahead.
No. My question. I was trying to remember who's in the North American title.
Oh, it's Ethan and
the ladder match. No, I don't care about that. I know it was gonna be Ethan. I'm talking about the ladder match.
God damn.
Wait. Let me clarify. It sounded like I don't give a fuck about Ricky. No, it's not that I don't give a fuck about Ricky. It's that I thought there was gonna be Ethan regardless, so it was gonna be those 2. But I don't know who's in the ladder match, so that's why.
I'm sorry. I don't know why I thought you were talking about that. Right now, Lola Vice is in.
So it's Zarya, Kalani, Soruka, Izzy, Lola, and then one more person.
Who we think is that? I don't know.
So I'm not going to front. There's certain women on the NXT roster, like I be getting like mixed up.
Me too.
The white
Yeah.
women?
Dre be helping me out. I be getting fucked up.
I don't know.
I'm pretty good mostly on them. Mostly I could do it.
Yeah.
Like let's see. I'm trying to think who's one that could take the spot. Like I wouldn't be surprised if they put like Fallon in it.
No, Fallon is actually, they announced a triple threat tag team match to determine the number one contenders for the women's tag team match. And it's
Meta Girls,
Gigi and Tatum, and Fatal Influence. I mean, granted, that could just be JC and Jasmine representing, and Phelan popping the North American joint.
True.
Roxanne is in it too, but only she can find a partner.
Why is she still in NXT? Bro?
I don't know.
What are we
it's
doing?
Like they like.
I don't know.
You know the one kid that just like, and it's not on Roxy, right? But it's just like, the one kid that keep coming to the let out that then graduated. Like, we must alone. We love Roxy. We love it.
You remember the house parties we used to have, and then niggas that have graduated like 4 years ago still showed up. Like, bro, you in college? What are you doing?
Trying to talk to the girls that's our age, like, brother.
Now you know what I would do for like a little surprise like fantasy book for the women's ladder match. I would throw in Chelsea Green, and then Chelsea Green wins both titles. So she's the women's North American and United States.
Like
that'd be hilarious, honestly.
And that pushes Secret Hervis a little bit more.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Chelsea not being on Mania is kind of crazy to me.
It is corny,
bro.
Yeah.
Like, I'm about my best. It
doesn't make any sense. Like, you got the Intercontinental Champion up there, but you don't got the US Champion.
She not even defending her title.
Nope, she's going for another title.
Fucking trips, man.
Fucking trips, man. That is the statement of the year. Fucking trips, man.
And ain't something popping off at 1 a.m? Ain't the Hall of Fame at 1 a.m. on Friday?
Yeah.
Eastern time. Yeah.
What
that's
gonna be
that's Saturday morning.
Keep in mind, it's 1 o'clock in the morning, right? And if I'm not mistaken, on the West Coast, I think NXT starts at 9 in the morning.
Yeah.
So that means the NXT talent probably got to be in the building by like, if the joint's at 9, they probably got to be in the building by like 3, 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
Where the call time and everything.
To start running through, yeah.
That's disgusting.
Niggas is not gonna,
bro.
You know them,
yeah.
You know them NXT niggas likes to go lollygag during Mania weekend.
There's gonna be a lot of drunk ass motherfuckers this weekend, man.
In Vegas? Come on, bro.
Well, look, a lot of
look,
niggas gonna be hungover. Niggas might not make it to all their shows.
They not, man. They not.
Ain't no way.
The shows that they plan on going to, they might not make it to all of them. You got Hills Have Eyes at the Palms. That's gonna be
nobody from NXT is going to that show.
Oh no, not the wrestlers. No. As far as like IWC motherfuckers, them motherfuckers, they're gonna be zombies all weekend in that heat. Yeah, man.
That heat.
Everybody have fun though, man. Have fun.
I don't think it's supposed to be that. I don't think it's that bad.
Oh, it's gonna be okay. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Really?
That's good news.
Yeah, I don't think it's that for real.
It's only.
I looked at it. I was like, oh, that wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah.
What's not bad?
The weather.
Yeah, the weather.
Oh, somebody said it was raining.
Oh, that sucks.
It might be humid though with that rain.
Thursday 76 degrees, Friday 69 degrees, Saturday 76, Sunday 84.
Oh, okay.
That's not bad.
That's a good job.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
That's a good job.
Shit, shout out to them. At least they're not gonna freeze to death.
They be all right.
Hey man, shout out to y'all. Y'all some real niggas. Cause what?
Bro, I ain't never been so cold in a bit before.
It's so fucked up because like April. First of all, okay, this joint was very similar, but like last April was not like that. I was like, yo, they getting cheated. That's kind of fucked up. It was like 80 degrees at the beginning of April.
I was so happy when my wife was like, I want to leave. It's like, wow, we get to watch WrestleMania in a warm hotel room.
I was freezing.
Being at the house, my nephew wanted to dip. He only was able to attend night 1. He wasn't able to attend night 2. But like when he said he wanted to dip, like whole family was out. But like it was kind of cool, like being at Mania, like at the start of that tag team match, and being home with like 10 minutes left in the tag team match, and like beating that traffic. It just was a night 1.
Oh, brother, I did the same thing. I said, yo, I will watch The Rock and everybody come out. And like, all right, and say that I was like, okay, I can say I've seen their entrances. And then I was like, well, let me go ahead to my car.
Yeah. That was the sweetest let out I've ever experienced in Philadelphia in my life. Out of every like night 1 of Mania 40, that was the sweetest let out ever. Yeah,
how long it take us to get to the hotel? Get to the hotel night 2? And we didn't even go to the damn event. We just went to the shit across the street.
Shit, we was in the parking garage for like 30 minutes. Yeah, but look, we out of here. You know what I mean? It's for anybody that's going to be attending Mania weekend, please be safe. You know what I mean? Please have a good time. Be responsible. You know what I mean? Like, go and have fun, but please be responsible.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
Hey, don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Nasty.
Wale Mania night, y'all be safe and secure as y'all can.
Please.
Bro.
But I know a lot of y'all going to draw. I'm seeing some early things on the TL. I'm like, I don't even know why niggas thinking like that this early.
Yeah.
However, love y'all, man. Have fun, man.
Get your drinks. Have a great time. You know, most importantly, be safe. Be cognizant of your surroundings.
And
you know,
don't be weird. Don't be weird. Don't let your gooner thoughts take over, bro.
Man, we talking about
gooner thoughts.
Yeah, these are nasty. They're sick.
Man,
it's a lot going on.
I know, man. I know people gonna have so much fun out there, and I love that for y'all.
Is Wale Mania gonna be on Netflix, like airing?
That's what it's saying.
Is it?
That's what it said.
That's what it said. Yeah.
The performance
like on Netflix.
Nigga, I'm not about to watch that shit and be depressed. Absolutely not. No, I'm not.
Should have been me.
Yeah. Nigga, I'm going to watch Collision and just keep and try to forget that this is Mania weekend. Like,
watch some old wrestling bios videos.
Yeah, man. Like,
Tony Atlas about to come on too, so we about to get into that.
Oh yeah.
Dark side of the ring. But I'm digging through the crate. I ain't messing with no Wale Mania on TV.
Man. I don't give a damn about that.
Not that I can't be there. No, sir.
About to watch TNA from 2004.
Nigga, gonna be at the crib sipping on my kombucha. No, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, come on.
That FOMO gonna be strong as a bitch, bro.
Oh yeah.
Gonna be strong as hell.
Nigga, I honestly might.
We got each other, brothers. We have each other.
We do.
Yo,
but nigga, but Thursday and Friday we don't.
Yeah. You're right.
We don't see each other till Saturday afternoon.
Pretty much experiencing half of the weekend alone. Y'all right. I feel y'all.
But yeah, man. I hope everybody does have a good time. You can find me at PoeticScotland on X, Scotland_Underwood on Instagram. Go follow the articles, Dark Sports and Media. Go buy the book. Your love is necessary. Just do everything. Do everything to support BGW. The brand is healthy, man. Come on.
Absolutely. You can find and still Nolo.
Nigga, you already said that.
I'm gonna say it every time, nigga. You can find me at WRESTLEMANIA on X, IG, Blue Sky. Follow the 3 pod pages on all 3 platforms. Until the final whistle drops this
tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Indeed.
Absolutely.
BGW week, baby.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. Shout out to my man Cheevers. And
the fucking GOAT, man.
My man's.
The real BGW champion. Cheevers.
Fuck out of here.
All right. Well,
blasphemous ass statement.
Support the team, support the brand. You got multiple options, whatever you know what I'm saying. Wrestling ain't your thing. All right, cool. Come on to the Women Hoops. You know what I'm saying? Ladies Hoop Collective. You don't want to do hoops? All right, go to football, man, to the final whistle. You ain't got time football. You want to get your poetry on? Go download one of and buy one of Scott's books. He got plenty of them. Got 3 of them things waiting on you. But you want to do wrestling and some shit for the streets? Talk to my nigga Lo, man. Philadelphia Shuffle. And you want to support the Army brand? Well, maybe not the Army, but support our nigga that's in the Army. Matt, do that. Do that.
Mental health
and everything else. Chaz OB, IG, my man Zoe, Twitter, Blue Sky. I forgot. It's there. Yeah, man. Stay black, stay healthy. Protect your mental health, protect your emotional health. We play a lot, we joke a lot, but certain shit we don't play around with. Protect your peace, protect your mental, protect your family. And just don't do no weird shit out here. You know what I'm saying? God bless.
God bless. I definitely want to shout out my guy. Right next to me and congratulate him on his launch of the Ladies Hoops Collective episode 1. Go check that out on all of our pages. Yes, sir. It is there. Really good, vital information in the women's basketball space. An ever-changing space in the sport of basketball, fastest growing. So yeah, man, I'm really just proud of my guy and all of the work he's been doing, all of the visual work, and now starting his own project. You know what I mean? We're going to support him in that.
Absolutely.
Everybody knows where to find me at. Everybody knows where to find us at. BGWpod is the family. Low from the lead on socials, Instagram and Twitter. Locker Room Lead on visuals, Twitch and YouTube. Please go check out the last Superstar J. Lucas episode, the Superstar Edition. There are other editions available. We've been putting in a lot of work ever since last Mania season when we started this platform full time. However, right now we are having conversations with some of your favorite Black indie talent to get them in the locker room to get their stories to you. So that is happening right now. You know what I mean? You name them, we talking to them. You know what I mean? So as the year goes on, as the weather gets nicer, we will be having some more Locker Room Lead exclusives. Thank y'all so much for 197 tonight. Yeah, man. And have a good WrestleMania week, y'all. Happy. Have a happy one as well.
Oh, yes, and real quick, before we get out of here, the 6th and final participant has been announced for the women's ladder match. And it is Thea Hale.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Young spark plug back in the building.
The child's back. The child.
Yeah, we up.
The baby.
Yeah, we up. So until we will not be doing a show on next Sunday. We might do depending on the vibes and how we all feel. You know, we might do a little something. Maybe a weekend. We'll see. We'll see with the obviously we just gonna be in brotherhood, all that good stuff.
WrestleMania retreat.
Yes. But we'll be back. Yes, next episode will be 198. And slowly but surely we will get to volume 200. You know what I mean? So
yes.
Woo! Yeah. But thank y'all for rocking with us tonight. BGW, the brand is healthy. We are out.
Peace out to my world.
And at the end of the day,
the day got a fucking end.
Love y'all. WrestleMania 3.